We're off. Hello, everyone out there in YouTube land. This is Mike Yao with Savage Kingdom's role-playing game and Fire in the Head Productions, running another session of Dark Tide, Savage Kingdom's Dark Tides. I believe this is episode 8. These are my lovely players that some of you have seen before, all 12 of you watching. Please like and subscribe for the channel, all that YouTube stuff. I feel weird doing that, but please do it. It helps the Savage Kingdoms game as well to grow. So I'm the game master for the night and the creator of the game, and I'm pitching it over to Matt to introduce himself and his character really quick.
I am Matt Davis. I am playing Kadir Al-Kadir, who is a Waterjan healer and sailor and just wandering wanderer. He's just looking for other things. So that is who I am playing tonight.
Cool.
Madison. On to Madison.
Hi, I'm Madison. I'm playing Marichka, pirate / sorceress. It's hard to describe.
/ other thing, yeah. Bit of a dabbler.
She's got stuff going on.
She's pretty interesting.
Things and stuff.
And once again, not appearing on camera is Ian.
Yes, greetings. I am playing Torek, the Trollborn Berserker, who recently got his first given named weapon.
Cool. And just recently joined the company of the Black Lions.
Yes. New Black Lion recruit.
And not appearing tonight is Randall. So our player, the player of Malik, is not here. He's busy doing. He posted a picture of a stack of lumber. I think he's having to build a fence or something. So so he will not be joining us tonight. So therefore, as game master, I will be playing him as an NPC per custom. And so let's get started. The last time we left off, our wandering travelers, our brave adventurers, had just sold their captured ship, captured from the Crimson Skull Pirates, to a local unit of Black Lion mercenaries, Company of the Black Lion, which are a pretty renowned group of professional mercenaries who often go to the highest bidder, fight for them, regardless of any political affiliations. And Torek just joined them, easily qualified. He could probably best their captain in the area right here already in single combat.
Who their captain, you say?
Yeah, I don't know if once you get to one of their commanders, it might be a little tougher, but it was given some of the gear, including a shield with a rampant black lion painted on it, and he accepted this nice chainmail hauberk as well that he's putting over his soft leather armor, and it barely fits him. Good thing about mail is that it is fairly, it will fit. It's not custom made to you like plate armor, so it's a little easier to fit. And you were traveling with Orlando, also who previously called himself Diego and still occasionally does. And apparently you might have learned that he's technically, sounds like Lord Orlando. He sounds like he may be a lord of Northern Esmandos from the city of Avarros. And that is where you are headed.
For the money.
Soon.
For wealth
we
and
shall
glory.
collect.
Most importantly, wealth.
Only wealth.
For gold wealth.
For wealth!
The Black Lion Company looks at you, Torek, and says, again, my friend, I do thank you for joining us. I wish I could have use of you immediately, but it seems that you are oath sworn to this Diego, is it?
Indeed. I hope to fight with you all again.
Well, you'll be sent a message should we need you or someone of the other units in the area need. I do not know much about it, so I'm just here to fight for this. Well, may it go well with you, and thank you for the warship. I mean, it will soon be a warship.
Aye, 'tis in good hands.
If you take care of the horses, we will be short a few now, but it's just as well. So yeah, you guys have 12 horses now.
Acquired horses.
Yeah.
And they're nice horses too.
Oh, actually, no, we only had 10 horses, not 12.
We're down 12. But I guess
I have 10 horses, 4 tents, 5 days of rations for everybody, and 5 days of horse feed is what I wrote down.
All right, let's go with 10. Yeah, they all seem to be light war horses. So they're actually war-trained steeds, making them pretty valuable and useful in combat as well, should you fight astride them. So as you can see on the map, this red, well, players, not audience, but this red dot is where you guys are. So you're right at the, a little deep, you're further inside the river mouth, about a mile inland, just beyond those massive standing stones.
And we were told also that the assassin who tried to kill me and almost succeeded was from the village upstream, is where they picked her up.
Yeah.
Correct.
Right. Yep, a local recruit tried to assassinate people.
Oh, and it's one of 5 hired assassins. We got quite a bit of information.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there's 4 more that are lurking around that we got to be careful of.
Mm.
One of 5 hired and trained.
Yes. I suggest that no one goes alone anywhere in the future. I was foolish to have trusted. But
I agree.
I will not
You
make
may
that
walk
mistake
with Toric.
I may indeed walk with you.
That is good. I'm glad you are here protecting me, my friends, says Diego. So from now, where do we go? We go upstream. Avarro's is, it is due east of here. Wait, no, yes. See, due west of here. I would say perhaps 150 miles. It is a ways. I am sorry.
We will make it. It is not. We have horses now. They travel quicker. I am not looking forward to riding them. I'm not. Horses are not very common where I am from, but I'm sure I will manage.
See, I must admit, I would almost miss that ship, despite the terrible memories attached to it at the beginning.
It has been a fun. Well, how long has it been actually in game? A week?
Yeah,
2 weeks?
just 7 days.
It has been a fun week indeed. You are all worthy companions.
I thank you, my friend. Well, these are fine horses. I will choose this one here. I like this one. It's like petting a chestnut brown one that has a black mane and black points.
Mauricio's gonna go before they take the ship. She's gonna go get her tainted horse.
Poor horse is still in there.
With that.
It's like, guys, is anybody here?
Did you guys forget me?
So Reach goes back. The crew is still there. Yeah, you're very stubborn, somewhat difficult to get along with horse is waiting there.
Likes me though.
He kind of muzzles up against you. One of the crewmen kind of walks away, and you could tell he just probably got clipped by a hoof. Not moments before you approached, probably trying to groom the horse.
The horse is like, good job.
It's like the crewman's like, you deal with him. Anyway, we part ways now, Marichka. It was a good serving under you.
Yep.
Take
Good
the
luck.
damn horse away as well. May it go well with you and the others.
We've been through thick and thin, this horse and I, so if anyone survives, it's gonna be this horse.
Aye, he kind of moves out of the way as you're leading the horse out down the loading plank. The crew kind of watches. Connor kind of watches you. Good day, my lady. Maybe we'll meet again sometime. If not in this life and in the outer world.
Perhaps. I mean, you could come along if you do want some company, but I'm sure you prefer the sea.
Well, I do. Don't tempt me though, because I'm not entirely sure of my fate here. Apparently I'm working on a warship now.
Who
Yes.
can know their Jatishma?
Yeah, we only kind of ditched our crew that we just picked up.
I'm fine with some of the crew joining us if they want. I mean, it's either the war, like joining the war, or getting paid by Orlando.
Yeah. They're just kind of, most of them are just kind of going to whatever the next master is. It's, if you really wanted to try to talk them into it, you could probably go. But remember also the deal kind of was like the crew was kind of coming with the ship.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
That's
it might
true.
renege the deal a little bit.
But they did also take Torek as one of their members, so I'm sure that if we wanted to snag one crew member just for an extra person to fight along with us, then we could.
Is there one we really like?
I mean, do you need an extra person beside Torque to fight with you?
I liked the female and Connor, but that was just me.
Brenna and Connor, yeah.
I like the assassin. That you think we should hire her on?
Unfortunately, well, she's dead now.
Better
so-
hurry because they're going to
Who's
execute her.
All the better.
Actually, I think they've already done it.
You're not a necromancer. You can't help in this.
Oh, okay.
Or is he?
Torque's biggest secret.
You should have seen his last advancement. Very strange.
Mm.
Acolyte of Death Magic now? What?
All right, so Kadir will be basically
So
moving a
they
bit gently
wave.
and mounting a mischoosen horse. A little uneasy.
Not used to horses.
It turns into a bittersweet romance movie, and we ride off into the sunset on our horses.
It's all 10 of them. So some of them are being walked and led, I'm sure, because there's only
Yeah, there's not that many of us.
4 of you. Or 5 of you.
Malik, Hazmat, Kadir, Orlando,
6 of
Marichka has
you.
her own, Torek, and Marichka has her own horse. So we actually have, I guess, 5 extra horses.
We had quite a bit of loot, though, that we were carrying with us.
Yeah, like there was chests and things like that we had
Hmm.
Yeah.
to bring with us.
So the 5
Yeah.
horses will be quite enough, I think, to carry
Some
all
are some are kind of being used as beasts of burden. Yeah. Yeah, but you can easily carry all that stuff with these horses. The good news is if you're mount riding them, you're going to make a lot more distance per day instead of walking. So, Diego sort of looks around the countryside as as the Black Lion camp begins to they begin to pack up their tents very quickly and their gear, and you can see them already heading out. They're already mounting the ship, embarking the ship, and getting ready to head out for probably its first military mission. Diego kind of looks around and he's like, well, like I said, I am not used to this part of Esmondos, but if I were to decide, I think Avarro is more or less due east of here. Like I said, perhaps 150, 200 miles, or if you count leagues, 60 leagues, perhaps.
Well,
We might as well start going.
Cross many rivers, I'm afraid. We could stop by, there is a ruined city called Balos. Some people say it is haunted. I don't know if we want to stop there. We could also stop at Casa Cuandros. I don't know.
If my memory recalls, that is far in our journey, so we might as well just get started now and see what we run into.
There's perhaps villages on the way, I would assume. Well, let us go.
Are there roads here? Is this a
Well, if you're going due east from here, it looks like there's no road, or
yeah?
this whole kind of area looks like.
Like,
it's
I was
not
asking,
very
I was
well
asking
settled.
Orlando if they're like in character, if there actually were like
Oh.
does Esmandos have roads
Oh, well,
Florentia?
like all civilized. You mean paved road? No, of course not. But we have many routes that are used a lot. I just don't know any in this area, unfortunately.
Well, let us
Yes.
go, and we'll.
Just go east toward the setting, rising sun.
Right.
Unless I have any other ideas, but so is that what you want to do?
I think so. Yeah, I don't think we want to go north to the small village because we have what we need really.
Yeah.
And
Cool. All right.
I'm going
So-
to once I get mounted, I'm going to see about treating my wounds, like treating old wounds, give myself long-term care.
Okay. All right.
Um,
And by the way, it's only like an hour after dawn. So
Yes, we have a full day of travel still, so
yeah. So healing arts roll.
Yep.
Is this on yourself?
this is on myself. Yes.
Cool. God, where is he at? Where is his token? Why do I not see? Oh,
Oh,
there
nice. Good. That succeeds for long-term care. So,
you are. Nice. Awesome.
All right. So I am now long-term cared, and yes, we will. I might heal myself more when we camp for the evening, but
Pippa? They have not been fed yet. They've been sleeping. So our cats have not been fed yet, so now Karen's gonna feed. Okay.
if I had a source of fresh of water, could I use my racial ability on myself to heal my own wounds?
Wait, what was the first
You know,
part of it?
because how I use my racial abilities, I use my own blood to heal someone else.
Yeah,
But I would imagine I would use external water to heal myself.
correct.
Uh,
Right. I mean, it does work on you,
Yeah. Okay. That's what I thought. I just
however you want
figured.
to flavor it, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I just think I would, because I use my blood to heal somebody else. I would use external water to heal myself. Basically, is what I think. How I think of it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's cool. That sounds good.
Okay.
And y'all push on to the east as you after you bandage yourself up a little bit.
Yep.
And you guys press on with all these horses. Oh, I can get rid of the ship now. Kind of sad. All right, here it goes. The oars are
Get a
gone.
better one. Get a better
Thorax
one.
log is gone.
It is not gone. It is merely off to some new owners.
There you go. It's getting some love.
The ballista's gone.
May it pierce many holes.
Okay, Bea. Oh, you wore your Harry Potter shirt like I did.
I don't know. I guess hull would be the correct word for olden ships. Yes?
Hulls.
Hulls. Hull.
Yes.
Yeah, the hull. Yeah.
All right, then indeed, may the ballista pierce many holes.
Oh, thank you, Bea. It's all right. Thank you, Bea. I'm getting food and stuff's happening, so sorry, guys.
Hello, Karen.
Any excuse to appear on camera.
Charge your cameo fees.
Part of your profession is to be on camera. What are you talking about?
Now she has to get paid for a cameo.
That's right. Darn
Her
sad.
contract.
All right. So you guys travel overland.
Mhm.
Yep.
And let's see, let's get rid of the tent because that's the Black Lions. And all of these excess guys. Very sad.
Sadly, my navigation is really only based on sailing. I can navigate by the stars, but it's not really much use inland.
Yeah.
Looking at my character sheet, I'm not really useful on land.
Yeah, I have the navigator talent, but it gives you either survival or sailing.
Yeah.
So I don't know how much use it is on land.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I mean, I do have the mariner talent, which lowers my DL, but I don't know if you could really use the sailing talent when you're on land. I don't know. That's a question for the.
Well, I mean, sailing?
Yeah, like
Well, I mean,
basically to navigate.
like
I'm trying to
riverboats.
Well, like if I'm trying to navigate to Avarro from here using my sailing skill, but we're traveling over land by horse, it doesn't really apply. I really can't plot a course because I don't have the caravan mastery to do so.
Right. Yeah, you're used to plotting courses
Yeah.
at sea,
Exactly. So I'm
and you're also at a land that you've never been before.
exactly. There is that part of it too. So I'm basically useless. Yay!
In fact, this really seems to be just Diego trying to more or less guess where Avarro is from here.
Yeah.
You mean Marichka doesn't have any sort of like homing beacon? She can like just head towards home because Malovia is east of here. Just head east.
Yeah. Northeast.
I don't think it works that way.
Just point Torque in a direction, climb on their shoulders, and tell him to go. That's how you get the homing missile.
That's right.
We would get lost, I think.
All right. So we are
Nah.
on our way, riding our horse.
Yep.
Is
So you travel for about pretty much, let's see, 50. You guys travel for pretty much the whole day. The weather remains pretty decent. It's a little overcast and a little bit breezy, but otherwise decent travel weather. Starts to rain a little bit as the day progresses, kind of early afternoon. You get this kind of spring shower that's probably coming off the sea. Despite all of that, you kind of cut across country. Occasionally you find like an old trail, like a hunter's trail or like an animal trail, but he's not really following any kind of real road. And then by about 2 hours before sunset, you come to a riverbank of another river, apparently.
I do not suppose there is a ford nearby. A bridge.
I'm looking into that for
Shallows?
settlement.
We
So
know there's one upstream.
Yeah,
How
everybody make
wide
a
is this river?
perception. It's pretty wide. At this point, actually, it's not as wide, but it's about 30 yards across, 35 yards across.
Is that
Oh, wow.
perception?
It's like 100
So I
feet.
cannot long jump the river.
Yeah, if everybody can make a perception roll really quick. Yeah.
All right.
Torek.
Give me a sec.
They will jump the river.
All right, I'm looking for perception. 1. Okay. +1, 14.
Right. Audience gets to watch me eat Burger King.
So it falls to Kadir to fix this.
Ignore the second D20.
So Kadir got a 20?
Yep.
Okay. Diego and Malik. Okay. So Kadir, you happen to look upriver. And well, first of all, you don't really see anything. You smell smoke in the area, like a cook fire, or blacksmithing fires. And then but you kind of look towards where you think the smoke is upriver, and this is late afternoon. You can just make out what looks to be the edge of a village and like some docks sticking out into the river with boats attached to them.
Are they on our bank or other bank?
Other bank, other
Okay.
side.
So perhaps we could call across the river up there and ask for a ferry.
Is this encampment within view of all of us, or within all of our reviews?
I mean, once he
I'll
points
point
it
to
out,
you.
you guys can see it. yeah.
Okay.
There are docks up there. They must have ways to ford the river. We could call across, ask for a ferry.
We should go there and ask for directions. It'd be good to see my people. I mean,
Ask for directions.
more or less.
Hey, sir, could you give me directions to get to
He wasn't
Hawaii?
kidding. He's like, wants the directions to Avarro. It's like,
Yeah, just keep walking. Once you hit the water, keep walking.
All right, so I will turn my horse upstream,
okay.
ride
You guys,
for the bank opposite the.
you guys gallop up the river bank for about 100, 150 yards, and you can see it right across at this kind of bend in the river.
Do we see anybody like out on the docks there? Any movement?
You
of
see a few
humans?
fishermen. It looks like several people looking your way, unless you guys are trying to hide. It doesn't sound like it. Or seem to
think
notice
so.
you all.
I'll kind of like wave my hand and kind of call out. I don't have a commanding voice or anything, but hello, the bank. We are looking for passage across the river.
What language?
I would have to be in Brithian. Is the only local language I speak.
Okay. Several people just kind of look and stare. I mean, you know, they see Torek, they see a bunch of horses.
Orlando, perhaps you would like to talk to your countrymen? They may not understand my accent or my tongue.
Diego waves. Diego shouts across the river in Esmandian. Hello, the village. We are passers-by. May we approach? Can we come across? And they one of the a male fisherman kind of shouts back at him something in Esmandian. And Diego says, he is sending a boat. He would probably expect a coin or two, but
We have some.
moments later, you see
with 10 horses to ferry across? I imagine so. 11 horses to ferry across?
yeah. You see this the fisherman and apparently two younger, probably his sons, suddenly get into this fairly large just flat barge with just a series of logs tied together, and they begin to scull across the river at you guys. It
We
looks like
have. We may have a few coin, but we have many horse.
Mm-hmm.
4 or 5 minutes later, they make it across. They kind of look everybody, look you over a little suspiciously, as you might imagine. But Diego talks to the older guy, the main kind of ferryman, and he says, "This is good. We should be able. If we cannot get all the horses across in one go, they will come back for the rest. But I think they will all fit." He's wanting to know if we can. I will take care of paying him.
Great.
So shall
All
we?
right.
Excellent. Yes.
So you load up all the horses and make your way across.
Is there room for Torque?
No.
Well, if the
He has-
horses will fit, Torque will fit.
Okay, cool. I mean,
Yeah.
if not, he can just hang on the side of it in the water.
Horses can do that too.
Yeah.
Oh, they. Yeah,
Horses can swim.
They're actually
They
pretty good
can.
swimmers. Yeah.
Hmm.
they're really weird swimmers.
Mm-hmm.
They're not built for it, but they can.
Yeah, with them hooves. Oops. Ah. Oops, sorry, guys. Let me turn some backlighting on really quick.
Mood lighting.
Are there any alchemy orders or sects?
Golden
All
Crucible.
right.
Golden Crystal.
Crucible.
Crucible. Ooh,
They're based in Larentia.
Yeah.
that sounds
okay.
interesting.
I think Cassius is a member of that. Patrick's character. What was his character? Excuse me, guys.
Bless
So
you.
you get ferried across. All the horses are able to fit at one time on this barge, just barely, including Torek. And on the other side of the village is it's not exactly a tiny village, but it's definitely not a town and certainly not a city. But it looks like there's maybe a couple hundred people that live here, probably living off the river, fishermen, rivermen, etc. Walking about. Most of them are are dark haired with kind of slightly tan, typical Esmandians. And you'll get the requisite kind of somewhat odd looks, but for the most part, they're fairly friendly folk.
I tower over most of them, I'm sure, being
Yeah,
Jan.
just about all of them. Some of them look at you, they probably think you're one of the she,
Is she? Mhm.
but they don't say as much, but just kind of judging by their reactions. Diego pays some coin to the ferryman. But they say that there is actually one inn. There is actually an inn here. I did not expect there to be, because the river traffic.
Is there much traffic on the river? I would had hoped that the traffic was sort of non-existent because, well, never mind. It doesn't matter now. But
Well, that is what they call it. I do not think it is much, but apparently the river is broad enough to transport goods up and down the river. But if you go too far, they've warned me to the north. Lately, there have been these the barbarians, the Cymreddi, I think they call themselves, to the north. They have been raiding into the area a bit. I think they smell war.
there is certainly war, we have heard.
War means money, yes?
War means weakness, too.
See,
Yes.
so we
Torque
must be
will nod
careful.
his head at that.
Have they provided you directions to your home from here?
I've only spoken to a few of them. I hope if we go to this inn, we may speak to some far travelers. But one said, due east, as I said, and they said the ruined city of Balos, a very famous ruined city in Esmandos, is about half the way.
Okay. Well, let us make for this. I assume we will. It is getting dark. We might as well make for the inn and sleep comfortably tonight.
Aye. And drink, too.
That sounds very good, actually. What do you think, Marichka?
She's specifically and intentionally a little bit more quiet than usual. And she just kind of just nods her head and shrugs.
She's scared of taverns.
Do you miss the sea?
What makes you say that?
I think it was
Sir.
a jest.
Perhaps our countrymen are not welcome here.
It's not that. I'm just...
If I were to guess, I say that you missed the sea already.
The sea's troubled since Corellis.
I liked it. It was more private. This is a little bit more open than what I like.
See, why do I mean to pry?
But yes, tavern. Fine. I guess you will be paying for stable boy to take care of all our horses as well.
See, I can do this. Yes, I'm not made of money, but but I will be fine for a while. Let us go.
Indeed.
He's just
All right.
taking it off. Every little expense he's taking off the reward money, just shaving a little off the top.
It'll be interesting to see this Esmandian hospitality. Yeah, I have
Oh.
never stayed at an Esmandian inn.
See, well, we were in Corellos, but we did not stay there very long.
We didn't
I
stay at
have
the inn.
always wanted. What's that?
Did we stay at the inn in Corellis? No.
Hmm,
I don't think we did.
so.
We didn't stay in port more than just the day itself, so
Right. I think
So,
you
yeah.
came in at high tide in the morning and left at high tide in the evening. And,
yeah.
No, we didn't. We stayed at an inn. Wait, are we talking about in the city that we dropped by in, or where we
Corellis?
were just?
I think the city north of that in Brithia, Firthport, you might have.
Firthport we stayed at, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I wasn't here in Firthport, so
Okay.
Kadir has not stayed at a Esmandian inn.
It was back during the dark times.
Pre-Kadir.
So it turns out their loan, their only inn, which does have a common room with a tavern room in it, is literally right on the river. Probably built for travelers to just stop and stay here, and it probably gives the village a little more commerce as well. And it's a decent place. 2 stories of the rooms at the top, fairly standard, and the common room at the bottom. And there's even a private room in the back. Diego even says it's open, and he'd be willing to spring the extra coin for it.
If necessary, I do not see why we need it, but that is fine with me.
It was a thought. Or
This is
something Marichka mentioned.
Well, I mean,
Too public.
if you're offering, I wouldn't mind.
The innkeeper said it is only an extra 5 silver pieces.
Oh, even I can afford that.
Perhaps we split it together.
And this is.
Fine
Oh,
with me?
okay.
I would pay 3.
All right.
If it's 5 in total.
It's an extra 5 silver to rent the back room, basically, like the private dining room.
For the whole day. It's actually a total of 10 silver.
Nah.
Gold.
Torek wishes to drink and gamble with those in the common room, or with those in the general tavern room, if there is one. If there's not, he's going to
There
go
is.
find one.
There's a
You
common room. Yeah.
Do you
Lovely.
speak the language here, Torque? Do you speak their tongue?
Oh, Torek does not. Oh boy. He's got a couple dice. I'm sure he can figure something out.
Occasionally you hear someone speaking Brithian, but it's very rare.
I've got a plan here.
Please, Tarek, do not get into any bar fights while we're here.
This is a place to rest up. I have to heal myself. I did not wish to heal you as well.
Yes. Don't, please.
All right. I take my I take myself and my all my not armor, my unarmored self, and I take myself down to the tavern.
We're all going to this. We're all going there
We're at
because
the tavern. Do you mean the common room, the main room?
yeah.
Okay. All right.
Specifically, the actual bar area.
Yeah, it's the common room. Yeah, so that's where most of the tables are. And right now, this time of day, not a lot of people here, but you could tell there's a few people walking in here and there. You do see a few outlanders, not as outlandish as Torek, but a couple people look a little bit, yeah, or Kadir. There are a couple of people that look a little more pale skin, a little taller, with somewhat fairer hair, but everybody else looks very Esmandian.
Can I make a perception check to see if anyone in the tavern at the moment looks like possibly looks like the assassin girl or anyone else that I should be wary of?
Malovian kinsman.
Are we talking like racial selection here?
Malovian. Don't see much. 12.
Yeah, you scan around. You just see those two like foreigners that kind of stand out, and it's about nobody, no like young girls, if that's what you're looking for.
And she would know if they're wearing Malovian garb, right?
The youngest girl here is the serving maid. She's probably 16, maybe.
It's another one. Get her.
Torek, you are allowed to fight that
It's a 16-year-old girl, and we're worst enemy.
My worst enemy, not yours.
Oh, okay, yeah.
We'll not be alone
It's
with
Kadir
her.
Al-Qadir's worst enemy. Get him.
Do you want company? No. No. Not at all.
Whatever.
Why would I want company?
I insist on no.
So, good place to relax, rest, gamble if you want, drink, food.
Work will wait to gamble until it's actually no, I could probably gamble today. Like right now when it's not super busy, beat the crap out of someone, then they leave, then I can gamble later tonight. No one will know about that. And I can keep gambling.
I guess.
Oh. All right, so my plan of action to actually communicate this is to just get the dice, which I assume I would which I'm going to carry with me.
Do you have any knuckle bones?
Torek would have them. If I have accounted for that with
sheet, you don't have it.
Oh crap, I still need to send you my updated character sheet for the latest advancement, I think.
Okay. Ian, Torek does notice there is a kind of a form of gambling. There's a couple of men tossing daggers at a target, like a hide target on the wall.
Ooh.
And they're betting couple of bronzes per throw, it looks like.
I don't know. Is a +3 good enough to do that with?
All about luck with you.
Give me a sec. Adobe Acrobat is having issues, and I need to close and reopen it.
If you observe them for a few moments, you can tell they're probably right around your skill level.
Okay. You know what? Sure. I'll walk over with like 3 silver.
Okay. One guy turns around, he swaggers a bit, and he's like, kind of looks up at you and says something in Esmandian.
Torek shakes his head and will say in Norish, "I do not speak your language."
Do you speak?
No, not Norish. Brithian.
He says, Brithian tongue, of course, from the north. Brithian, I do not speak it very well, but I speak it well enough. You are a big man. You are a Black Lion mercenary by your shield, huh?
Yes.
We come to take our coin, huh?
Always. Do you care to throw?
Make a
Torek
persuasion.
will hold out the 3 silver.
Oh, he kind of looks. Make a persuasion.
All right.
Roll. Looks like
I don't suppose I can use intimidation in this case, can I?
You won't play with me.
If you want, just let me know.
Oh God,
The role
the
playing is
risk
such,
with
so I'll
that,
know.
the risk associated with that is far too great. I'll just try normal persuasion. Let me find where that is, though. Oh shoot, that's at -2. I don't know which is the worst situation: intimidation at +6, or possibly 7, or -2 persuasion.
Do you want to make enemies right when we come in?
I mean,
Yeah, I haven't even slept yet. I'm still injured. Let's just.
Of course, if the intimidation works, they'll be playing at -2 because they'll be.
oh, okay, you've convinced me.
Unless
Can
you're
I-
scared, unless you're
I
scared away.
suppose I can't rage inside of a building without drawing attention to myself, can I?
I wouldn't. What do you? To what end? Are you gonna smash a chair or something? Or
Just
I'm
to get
angrily
plus
throwing
1 to
daggers.
disease.
ah!
You know, you could just ask one of the other party members to like persuade for you, possibly.
Now I'll just get a 22.
And this is intimidation, right?
Yes, this
Oh
is
dear. So now they got to resolve rolls. So this guy was kind of swaggering too, like he thought he was all cool. He may not. Oh.
Ooh, oh boy, this is bad.
No, like he kind of looks
Floating
eye to
point.
eye to you, and he kind of stares up at you. And there's a moment like you're like, this guy's like meeting my gaze, and he's totally not. And then he kind of blinks first, and he's like, he looks at the silver, and very well, my friend, but that is a lot of coin. We're not. I'm not so wealthy as a black lion companion is.
Torek will take 2 of them back and just hold up the 1.
Yeah, very well. You throw first if you wish. He kind of swallows hard. The other guy's kind of looking at him like, "Are we doing this?" And he's
Here,
kind of
actually,
like,
seeing this happening, I will basically hold out 10 bronze and take Torik's silver coin. And letting,
kind of look where you came from. And
well, I mean, this is.
is your friend playing as well?
Torek looks at Kadir.
I shake my head. No, I give you the 10 bronze. I take the silver, and I just go back and watch this play out. That way they can. That way you have change because they don't want to go that expensive.
Yeah.
But
All right.
We're
You know,
just
cost
gonna
problems.
be with Kadir, just eating and drinking.
How many copper
Okay.
did it look to be for 1 throw? That they were betting on 1 throw.
well,
presumably?
when you held the silver out, they seem to be imply. You seem to imply, at least to them, that you're putting a silver ante in, and they're matching your silver.
Okay, that works.
Although it looks to be, this is probably a lot of money to these guys.
That I didn't mean to do that.
Uh-oh. So
Okay,
what's your bonus?
I did not mean to roll that d20.
I'll let you.
I was trying to get the dice roller up. Okay, ranged, correct. I don't get any bonuses to the. No, I wouldn't. There we go. 16.
Yeah, target is easily within short range. I mean, you're only throwing from like 12 feet away. Nice, 16. Okay, so the swaggering guy, the guy you thought was the best, actually, he's so intimidated by you. He like throws it, barely hits the side of the target. It's like in the right near this guy's head. He's kind of looking at him like, "What are you doing? I'm trying to drink here. What the hell?" And he like gives some moves, and then yours goes pretty close to the center. But then the other guy just drills it like bullseye right in the middle, like a couple inches closer to the center than Torek.
Ooh. All right.
It goes over, and you could tell that he's still intimidated by it because he like almost like he pulls the dagger out and he almost looks apologetically up at Torek, and he's like, "I think I won, my friend. Actually he doesn't speak Brithian, but his friend translates. My friend apologizes that they won, but it was clear that he was a bit closer, my friend.
It is fair. It is a fair throw.
Of course. The honor of the Black Lions, yes." They try to like match your laugh.
Why are we laughing?
Oh, yeah, Torek would get a chuckle at that. Yeah, Torek would get a slight chuckle.
So
Okay.
you're down a silver piece.
I am down to silver piece. Do you want to streamline this or push this to later?
No, I'll just trust him as a game master. I'll control the pacing flow here. you want to keep going?
Oh yeah, always.
All
It's
right.
gambling.
So
Oh.
they're willing to go again. They still look a little intimidated, but
I'll throw out another silver.
at the same time, they're kind of like, we kind of want to do it again, so he doesn't get mad that we're not playing again. So yeah, they put in another silver. The guy that won though, it looks like he's out, like he can't afford it. My friend cannot afford this Argento anymore. How about we throw for 5 bronze pieces? See?
Okay,
Ah,
I can do that. 5.
comprende, amigo. See, and then he comes running back over. So the winner, apparently the winner throws first. That seems to be their custom here.
Ooh.
So he throws again. Yeah, pretty good. It's about where Torek hit last time. And
All right.
So you can throw. Oh,
I got a 10.
all right. They both beat you this time, and the swaggering guy actually hit right in the center. He's like, my friend, the gods are not with you today. I'm very, very sorry. Perhaps we should. I buy you a drink. Yes. See.
If you wish.
To apologize for. I mean, I don't. I don't want to apologize for being good at throwing knives. I'm just saying, since you already guessed. By the way, who is that? Who is that woman sitting at the table?
Well, that's Kadir.
Oh,
You hear the NPC hears a strange voice in their head
the friend that came in exchange of coins. That guy. Yeah.
from Torek.
I was just. My friend wanted to know if that was your woman or not. Whatever. It doesn't.
No, I am betrothed only to conquest.
Ah, very good. Are you? Might I ask? Are you only black lion in the area? We've heard rumors that there have been some sighted in the area, or we smell war and as such.
War
I
is
understand if you
likely.
cannot tell me.
War is likely coming. War is money.
Is it between King Santos and this man from this upstart from the south?
From what I've overheard.
Very well. Well, let us not talk of this. I have children, so we would be too worried. Come. Can we join you at the table?
I have not claimed a table yet.
Oh, well, we have
But
one
I will
over there
soon.
by the fire.
Our table is in the back room that you would know, Torek, just so you know.
Yeah. There's probably a moment Torek scans around. They're like, they've all left me. Oh wait, it's through that archway into the private room.
He still wants to have fun out here.
So they're kind of done, but there's another table playing Knucklebones, a dice
Actually, no.
game. And but meanwhile, let's see what Marichka and Kadir are up to, other than just kind of drinking and socializing.
When the time comes, Torek will extend the invitation to back there.
Okay, you got me. You can go now.
Kadir is just trying Esmandian food and seeing how they cook on. I don't think we ate on Corellis, that I can recall. So
a lot of they have a local eel soup. That's actually not weirdly that bad.
I will sample the local eel soup, the local specialty, and
it's not bad. A little weird and slimy, but and there's apparently some mangoes that grow in the area, so that gets served with almost everything.
This is good fruit. I like this fruit.
Yes, I prefer it over the eel.
There's a honey glazed fish that's not too bad.
Oh, then that's totally what she'll be getting. She's not that experimental. She'll be going with.
Okay.
I'm sure Kadir has eaten weirder things. I mean.
Oh yeah, I'm sure
he has traveled a long way.
You guys eat scorpions and scorpion meat, and probably jackal meat as well.
What is their drink like?
Wine's a big thing, but here in there's a local wine that's really watery and it's just kind of swill. It's not that good. But there's an import wine they've got that's better, but it's more expensive. Comes
I
from the
see.
south of Ismandos, from some place called Milos.
I'll just have like watered wine. I'm not really
Call
gonna
it
get drink. I'm just gonna, you know.
Milosian wine. Okay. And so far, Diego's like apparently paying for everything.
Yeah, but I'm not. He's not a big. Kadir's not a big drinker, so.
Cool. Do you trust the water?
Well, in a way,
Like to
Kadir.
drink-
It's like, I mean, I could create my own, but I really don't want to.
Make
No one
your
did
own.
not trust the water.
Let's try and create his own.
Yeah, just kind of have one finger in the cup, just kind of creating water as.
That'd be a good trick. You keep drinking, everybody's looking. It's like it's never goes down any.
Yeah.
Make a sleight of hand check, see if you can pull it off.
He's doing it, then Marichka's gonna just be like tipping her glass over towards him, and be like, "Me too."
Yeah, what the hell? I'll spend this stamina point to create some clean fresh water.
You trying to slide it like sleight of hand it, or you're just kind of openly?
Yeah,
doing it?
I'm sleight of handing it. I don't want to draw
Like,
attention.
leaning on the table, like
Like I said, just kind of like again, like
hiding it.
just kind of like having a hand over both of our cups, and just kind of like, you know, water coming from the pinky and thumb, just kind of like just you know, just kind of like doing one of these things, just kind of filling it up.
Make a sleight of hand check.
Okay.
Can he have an advantage because I'm helping?
What, do you know what he's doing though? Marichka?
Well, she knows magic, so I'm sure. And
Well,
she's
this
him.
is something you've never seen before.
Yeah, I don't think I've actually done it before. You
Oh, you haven't? Okay.
Nor is he
I don't think
speaking.
so.
He's not speaking in incantation.
Yeah.
or
He's
anything.
evolving.
Yeah.
Not yeah, I'm leaking. I am not. I am not agile, so this may not be good. Oh, okay, not terrible though.
So Marichka, make a perception check.
Okay.
Sight specialty if you happen to. Oh, she's
Oh,
on
dear.
the exploding 20. You can roll again and add. She is on to you.
I learned
Kabir.
the spell just by witnessing it.
It's not a spell
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, it's a racial. You have to be born in Jan. It's 39. Is that a crit? I can't do math all of a sudden. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
nice.
Matt, you're like, so Marichka, you watch and you're like, this guy's totally like it's coming out of his fingers. And, but the weird thing is he's not speaking in incantation. But you've heard stories like really skilled
Finger
sorcerers
juice?
can really skilled sorcerers can sometimes, you know, conjure magic without having to speak words. But anyway, actually, since you crit, you actually know this is like you're like, wait a minute, I've heard of this people. You've heard of one of his race doing this before, creating like conjuring water to feed. Usually, it's to water their people because they're a desert people. So anyway,
Yes, it is a prized gift among my tribes.
Do you teach it to people, or is it just something that you?
It is a heritage passed down from our ancestors. It is a innate ability, not something that can be learned.
No fun.
My
And she
apologies.
gives him her glass. Be like,
Yeah. I do kind of like, it's a stamina for like a gallon, and these are like not a gallon. I'm just kind of like,
yeah,
I'll just trickle some more into her class.
he
Her
kinda
class
puts it
too.
over. So you're drinking water coming from a man's hand. It does seem clean, though. I mean, for
Refreshing. Surprisingly refreshing.
This is not where I expected us to be at this time
Yeah.
an hour ago.
I mean, come on, everybody wants finger juice.
Oh my God.
you're not selling it.
I
Oh,
don't think that's true.
by the way, meanwhile, Malik is apparently conned the proprietor, innkeeper, into letting him
Letting him.
perform. So you hear him in the background singing old Elvish tunes.
Yeah. Actually, I think I would probably call it the like the Jan word for a finger juice. I'm not sure what that would be, but it's called
Raskar-kala.
it's called Raskarkara.
It's the beautiful
like some.
Raskar. Everybody's like, that's so beautiful. What does it mean? It means four finger juice.
Finger juice. This here's finger juice.
so Kadir, what exactly are you? Like, is that rude of me to ask? I'm quite blunt, to be honest, but
We are the first people, children of the
Wait, are you
elements.
rhodonite blooded?
Nothing so banal.
Hmm.
Our forefathers are spirits of the elements.
Mm.
Some
Is-
call them genies, or
Oh.
this is ancient lineages. But I am called, well, a common name for us is Jan, or one Janny. No,
Is
two
this
Jan. Yeah, multiple Janny. I am Jan.
Yeah, plural is
Janny is multiple plurals. Janny. I am
Hi,
Jan.
Jan?
Marsha. Um. Yes, I am. My people are called the Janny.
And I'm
Yeah.
guessing you're associated with
Water.
water.
Indeed, there are multiple.
this-
There are different tribes.
Is this Savage East? This is Savage East.
My race is from the Savage
Yeah.
East. Yes,
No, Esmandian is in the west. Western
but we are playing in the West.
Yes.
I have traveled far.
Is it a Mythic West?
No, we're not that mythic.
That's shame.
So, Torek, meanwhile, you're sitting at the table with these two dagger throwers who look both intimidated and impressed that you're at their table. They've probably never seen a specimen like you.
Oh, have they? What response hath they given to my invitation to the back room?
Are you inviting them to go back there?
Oh yeah.
They kind of look like, almost like this is a privileged thing. And the one that speaks Brithian says, if that is all right, do you have more warriors, companions? Black
I am
Lion?
with the party. We are.
Well, of course there is a
Crap,
party
I
back
don't-
there.
I can't remember how to do Torik's accent. I am with our party. We are traveling together. We are traveling to. I do not remember where.
Somewhere.
By the way, that is while that is out of character, that is also in character. That is very much true for Torik. I would believe at
If
this time.
If this is Black Lion company business, perhaps we should not go. But
This is personal business.
they kind of look at each other and they say something in Esmandian each other, and they're like, "Oh, see, I've only been back there once." Let's go.
Torik gets up and walks towards there.
They follow you. So Kadir and Marichka, you see the massive Torik approaching, having to almost stoop under the arch doorway to the second room. He's got two
Greetings. I bring friends.
two men on his arm. So there's something interesting.
Marichka flinches and she's like, "Oh, Andorok, you're so loud."
Just glancing over them, not that I'm very perceptive, but are either of them armed?
Make a perception check.
Oh, I suppose it would be good to specify.
And they have their throwing daggers, I'd imagine I might, but
Right.
11 for perception. I'm not the
Yeah.
Torik just
They're only armed with daggers.
Torik only has
On each
his
piece on their belts.
Torik only has his two of his hand axes and his medium shield, as they saw earlier.
Cool.
The
And
medium shield is hanging.
one of them, Kadir, has a kind of a long knife stuck in his belt with serrated, and it looks to you like it might be a fisherman's blade for
Oh, scaling fish.
scaling fish. Yeah.
Skinning.
Well,
I
it's
would recognize
used-
something
used
like
for
that.
also.
Fishing is probably common among my people, so it looks somewhat similar.
Yeah. They just kind of stand there awkwardly, like.
And-
Then Diego says, "Oh, my friends, Torik," and then he says something in Esmandian to the others, and they kind of like, oh, they walk in, and
Hola.
one kind of looks awkwardly at Marichka. And,
You have made friends, Storik.
I have. They beat me at throwing knives.
I think that he actually intimidated them into being his friends.
Whatever works, says Diego. My biggest concern is, do I now have to pay for these two people, or they're locals, I assume, Torik?
I will pay. Don't worry.
It is
No.
fine. I just wanted to know. This room is very expensive.
Cost per person?
I mean, it's not so bad, but
Is it
it's fine.
charged per person or is it per party?
It's just for the room. I mean, I guess if you put 25 people in here.
I've just realized that no one has asked for the silver coins that Torek plundered off of the ship yet. No
Wait.
one's asked for it back.
Do we know about it?
I
thought-
think.
I thought Malik was the quartermaster, so he's kind of in control of the money.
Oh, true.
No, I thought y'all settled that. I don't know.
We did not settle that. All right, we might have to settle that at some point.
No, it's party money right now. You can just spend it in the party.
Okay.
How much was it, Ian, total?
Total 200 silver. It is now down to 199 silver, though.
Actually, 198. You spent 2 silver pieces.
Yeah, you did 2 rounds of
Second one was 5 bronze.
So 198.5.
No, I have bronze. I have some amount of bronze other than the silver. I'm not that poor yet.
So it's now getting close to nightfall as the kind of party and the feasting continues. It's more people start to come in. Occasionally you see someone kind of peeking in through the archway and then they scamper off.
This is a regular town, yes?
Village, small town, yeah, fishing village, Esmandian.
Is there anywhere that would actually be like a full? Well, no. How large is this bar itself?
Just the common room of the inn. It's a pretty large room. It's about 30 by 30.
Okay, but
There
how
are
large is the
there's
bar? Like alcohol selection?
Well, the actual board itself, the bar.
Yes.
It is the physical board is like 12
Well, not
feet
the
long.
physical board that
Is
the
that what
bottles
you're
rest
asking?
on.
Are you
Like,
asking
do
the
they have
menu? What are they serving?
good selection.
specifically? Do they have casks and things such as that?
Yes. Yep.
Okay, how much are their casks? And well, what do they have?
So being a serving place, they typically serve in goblets and tankers, but they'll probably sell a cask if you are willing to pay for it.
Torek is willing to pay for it.
Yeah, they have you find out from the innkeeper there's a cask of what they call Milosian wine, which apparently is a fairly good import, and there's a local wine that even they kind of make fun of.
Okay.
In fact, they call it in Esmandian, it translates to fish wine. So that is only for a cask. That's only 5 silver pieces, and the Milosian wine is 2 gold or 20 silver.
Milosian. He will
Say,
purchase this.
says the innkeeper. I only have one. This is in Brithian. I only have one left after these, but that is fine if you have the money.
I do. And Torek will start counting. Might take him a while. Hopefully not too long.
He just kind of waits, looking at customers gathering at the board and sighing back at you, and then finally, so that is close enough.
1, 2.
Oh, wait. I dropped one. Start
Comes
over.
after 2.
His fingers are a little large.
So you managed to get it for 19 silver because apparently it cut you off at 19.
He irritated him today. Persuasion, irritation.
Critical success on irritation roll.
One of the innkeeper's weaknesses, lack of patience. So you, so you have a cask of Milosian wine.
Torek will bring said cask back to the room with the announcement, I have returned with wine.
Diego looks up and he's already got a goblet full.
We've had
Ah,
wine,
see,
Torek. Diego's been paying for it for us.
hey, we've had it the whole time, my friend, but it looks like that you have a cask of
Indeed.
it.
But now we are ready to take some with us when we leave.
Well done, Torek. Well done. You got something right. Don't worry, I won't let it go to my head. Sorry, Princess Bride.
So, Doric's new friends. We are traveling towards Avarro. Are there any roads on the way there from here?
You look at each other, and the one that speaks Brithian says, "Oh, you speak Brithian. This is good, my tall friend. Yes, we. The best way to get there is probably travel to Casa Quandos, and then from there is a road. It is said from Casa Quandos all the way to Avarro. Probably 2 days ride. But from here, probably 4, 5 days. Must cross another river at least, perhaps a second one. If you get to the mountains, you've gone too far.
Is there a good place to ford the river?
Yeah, see, especially in the summer and the autumn, because the river is lower.
All right. Well, I looked at Diego. Is this enough for you to go on?
I think it is more or less. The other thing we could do is hire one of these men to guide us there. But it might take them away from their wives and their livelihood for a few days.
Be better than being lost, though.
It is
True.
your coin.
Besides, if they bested Torek with blades, perhaps we should make use of them. So yeah, Diego starts talking, particularly the one who speaks Brithian, who seems to be kind of the spokesman of the two.
I'll be honest, I didn't think of it that way. Torek has been bested in Blade. It's official.
Throwing blade, but So Diego apparently he talks to him for a while. And you could tell he's really trying to like offer them, and Diego, as you could tell, Orlando is actually pretty charismatic, and he's like, I cannot get them to leave. They're the best I got is one of them said he could take us to the river, the Argentus, and then he would have to return home. He cannot. He says this is the fishing season. He cannot miss it more than 2 days of it.
Well, I'm sure if we just head east from here, we'll hit the river, right?
Yes, but he said something about the ford that is almost always fordable. And then there's a ruined city called Balos, which I've heard many stories about.
Sounds like a lovely place to go looting.
That's the place that you said was haunted, right?
There are many stories. Some say it is haunted. There is another story that a creature called a chimera, some sort of gorgon, laired there for 2 decades, I think.
Sounds like a fantastic creature to hunt.
Or a place to avoid.
A place to avoid until we have Orlando home.
Oh, see, thank you.
I second this. This sounds like fun danger. No?
Most likely, if it is probably devoid of anything. It is a very ancient city and has probably been plundered many times. But there could be wild animals there, other beasts.
There will also be maybe other men who would be more willing to travel with us to Avarro from here. Perhaps merchants or caravan masters other than these 2 fishermen, if they do not wish to miss a fishing season. Perhaps they have a friend they can recommend.
I will ask. Perhaps on the morrow. It's getting late.
Yes. I think I should.
Are we keeping you up, my friend?
I am sorry. This morning's exertions have tired me some.
Rest and rest well, friend.
Kadir, do you need a healer? You seem to be healing well enough, though.
No, I should be fine. I will manage.
You seem to be quite a physician.
I am not trained as such, but I am trained in the healing arts. I have a natural gift.
Oh, and by the way, Madison, tonight, you still feel the pull of the greater moon ever so slightly. The 3rd night of the greater full moon. As the night gets light, evening gets later.
How many rooms are we? Am I sharing a room with somebody? Is there?
Diego said he was able to get 2 rooms.
Okay, so
yeah.
Is there any more?
There's Malik, Hazmat, Doric, me, Mariska and Diego.
And between Malik's playing and Diego's coin, apparently they're already paid for.
Okay.
For the
It's just a
night.
matter of who's rooming with who, because Mariska being the only woman.
Yeah, it's just gonna be like, I don't like this.
Merch she gets her own room.
Yes.
Everyone
5 guys in
lives
one room and
together
Mariska in the other.
It's no the other room.
Or maybe
We'll
Torek
just
does.
dog pile.
But Malik is still down here. He's probably he might be playing fairly late.
Is there anyone dice gambling anywhere?
Yeah, there's still a table playing some knucklebones. Yep, some dice.
Okay.
I will leave you to your games this evening. I must regain my energy. I hope that there may be some poison still lingering from this
Ooh,
morning's
see to yourself, my friend.
assassin. Yes, I should do so. I will be renewed in the morning. But
See, I will not be far behind you. The rooms are, if you go up the stairs, second and third doors on the left. They have outside windows. They face into the courtyard of the inn, I think. The horses have been looked after. There's the stables here.
I thank you then. I will bid you good night. Enjoy the evening. Torek, please do not start a fight. Mariska, Diego.
No promises.
Of course not. So, and with that, Kadir basically stands up, bows a Jan farewell, and heads up to the room.
I'll see you in the morning, my friend.
See you in the morning. And once he gets to the room, he kind of sets some things out, sets some materials out, and pours one of his water skins into a small bowl that he has, and sticks his hand in the bowl, and just kind of concentrates, and the water begins to flow up onto him, almost like he's refilling his source, his
Damn, that Malovian woman saw my trickery.
yeah. And I
Like
will
a camel.
yes. And I will spend, let me see, I am down
86.
I'm down 4, so I will spend
Yeah,
I'm
currently at 9 health.
yeah, it costs me 1 to heal it, and I can't heal myself beyond that 1, so I will basically spend 4 to heal 3, basically, right?
Right.
So so I will spend 8 stamina, which basically puts me down to 1, but I will be all but full. I'll be
Just
1
almost
shy.
fully healed. But a bit
And since I have
tired.
long-term care on and I have quick healer, I will be fine in the morning.
Oh yeah. Yep. Cool. Okay.
So I will.
So Torek, you playing Knucklebones?
Yes.
Okay.
Orc will play the knucklebones.
You don't have the gambler talent, I assume, right?
He does not. He just really likes gambling.
Okay. You can still gamble. It's just, you don't. So yeah, if you want to make a, you do find a table willing to let you in. Again,
All right.
you kind of get the feeling that most people here, like they almost feel like they have to let you. They don't want to know what happens if you're angry.
What's their ante that they're playing with?
So these people are even poorer. They're playing with 1 bronze ante, and even that seems to be a lot.
Oh boy. Huh.
Poor fisherman, Torek. This isn't a big city.
Poor fisherman. That's a shame. Torek will leave him alone.
Okay.
He'll just kind of like watch him, see what their ante is, and then walk away at some point. I'm sure giving paranoia to at least one of them.
Oh yeah, they keep looking over the shoulder. In fact, at one point, someone apparently keeps looking over is apparently compelled to like up the ante to 2 bronze, and then someone gets up to leave, like that's too much. But there's still 3 of them playing.
Torek will head to his bed for the night.
Okay.
After slogging down like, at least 8 more glasses.
Okay. Make an endurance roll.
Oh, it's been a while.
They have ale here too, but it's not that great. It's mostly wine.
Okay, what actually is? Got it. How's 27?
Missed by one. No, just kidding.
Whew,
Yeah,
this
you're
is
not
some
even
strong stuff.
you're
Jesus.
not even lightly inebriated. Yeah, I
Mm.
mean you're kind of like buzzed to where it's like feels good, but you're no drawback.
Somewhere in there.
Perfect balance. But yeah, you've put some down, and then and to the point where you're about to leave, Torek, as you were just describing, Ian. You're heading up, and you see a woman sitting. It looks like she's been maybe observing you, watching you watch the gambling table for half an hour. And she's sitting there, and then on the table, she's by herself. And on the table in front of her are a set of what look to be thick pieces of parchment, for lack of a better term, like cards. And she also has a set of knuckle bones laying there as well, and a coin. And she, as you walk by, she says something in Esmandian, clearly looking right at you.
Torek will stop and say in Brithian, "Are you gambling?"
Ah, I am always gambling with the gods. Two
I
bronze
am always
pieces.
gambling against Torak.
2 bronze pieces to tell your fortune.
Torek promptly gets out 2 bronze pieces. This woman looks like a shaman. And if there's one magic caster or magical person that Torek trusts, it's a shaman.
So she smiles and gestures for you to take a seat.
He does so.
I have piqued your interest, my friend. You speak the tongue of Brythia, and probably the tongue of the north. You're tinged with otherworldly blood. I can see that.
He says in Norish, "I."
But you wish to know things that you do not already know. Yes. Tell me what it is that you seek.
I seek to defeat Torak, my mortal enemy.
Torak. And she she picks up the knuckle bones, throwing them several times. She never like chants or anything, but she does kind of wave her hands occasionally. Puts the cards down in this weird arrangement shaped not unlike a tree, sort of. And then at some point she picks the coin up. It looks like an Esmandian gold coin actually, and flips it. And just apparently reading all of these different results. And this takes a whole minute and a half. And then she looks up at you and says, "This Torek, you say Torak? Is that the word you use? This name?"
Torak is I. Torak is my enemy.
This Torak is your brother, yes?
Trying to do a cold read on Torek.
I sense that this is a
He
twin
is-
brother, yes. Computed.
Torak is the god of the blood red sun.
Oh, God, yes, of course. She starts to kind of rearrange the cards. Again.
God and brothers are very similar in my
Sorry,
name.
you wish to slay a god. You have a problem with the gods. We all have problems with the gods. San Pagos himself kills many at sea. I see that that you will defeat this god. Yes, eventually you will defeat him, and there will be much ruin and much blood.
I would
That's
have
what
it
I
no
see.
other way.
That will be 2 bronze pieces, please.
Oh, Torak set them down on the table before he would have set them down on the table before he sat
Slides it
down.
towards her.
Yes.
Do you wish to know anything else, my friend? I am very wise. I see many things.
Do you think Torak would pick up on any of the BS that's coming from her?
Make a
Any of it?
perception empathy roll if you would.
Perception. It's all the same to Torak. He's bad at all of it.
So the answer is probably not.
That's a 4. Yeah.
No
I
idea.
think
So
so.
trustworthy. Oh, jeez.
Oh yeah, so very trustworthy. No, Torek is so satisfied with this. He's gonna have sweet dreams tonight, standing over the dead body of Torak.
Nice.
No, I believe it is time for me to rest, though. Thank you, good witch.
May you dream of many victories over the god of the sun and blood.
Man, this woman's good.
It only confirms what I knew.
It is my destiny indeed, then.
God, I hope she didn't steer you in a totally different direction. So you, so you go up to your room. You go into the second door or the third door?
Do I have any idea about the difference between the two, or which people are staying in which room? Or am I completely oblivious to it?
There's no marks on them or anything either.
Okay, cool. Torek's just gonna walk in the first door. Not the first door,
Alright.
but
So
the first of the
was,
two.
Kadir was just getting comfortable. The door comes plowing open.
Oh, Kadir. Sorry. And we'll swiftly close the door.
Okay.
Kadir's like, did I dream that or did that happen?
Did
So
I
if you
try
go
it?
to the next door, Torek, there's nobody in
Oh
there.
boy.
So,
Okay. All right, then he's just gonna crash to the second one.
okay.
Wait, where did? Oh, okay. Did
There-
Orlando get his own room?
There are only 2 rooms.
There's just 2. He said
Okay.
something about the second one and the third one on the left. The top of the stairs.
All right.
So
I don't know.
Mariska's still down here with Diego.
Yeah, she was kind of just hanging around, making sure that Torek didn't get into any bar fights. But now, once she notices that he's gone up, she'll start getting ready to go upstairs as well.
And
No thoughts on the gypsy woman?
you can make a perception roll to see if you noticed him talking to that woman, if you care or if it makes a difference.
I don't think she would care
Okay.
as long as he didn't get into a fight.
But she is in another room, in all fairness.
Yeah,
Yeah, you would need a 20, actually.
yeah, she wouldn't have noticed.
Okay. And if you get up to leave, Diego, being very civilized and courteous, kind of stands. But I think I'll retire for the night as well. It is fairly late.
Yes. Which rooms are we in again?
Oh, the second and third one on the left at the top of the stairs, I think. Wait, or is it the third and the fourth? I've drinking too much wine. I think it's second and the third.
Oh, well, maybe sleep on the side then.
Your choice. I will sleep elsewhere if you are bothered by this.
No, it's fine.
I will even sleep in the room with Torek.
Well, I don't trust you, but I think that it will be fine. Just don't puke anywhere.
I would be fine. I'm Esmandian. I'm used to wine.
All
In
right.
moderation. But so he gathers his things and makes sure his jeweled cutlass that you possessed briefly is still with him. And you head upstairs.
Good.
No, it's just you never know. We Esmandians are also known occasionally as, well, there is a gypsy culture. I wanted to speak to you of this. You say you're from a kingdom called Malovia, yes?
Yes.
I've heard a story once that you have people also called the gypsy folk, as we do here. It is a term we use for people that live outside of society, that wander about, like nomads almost.
Yes, we have quite a few like that. I wasn't one of them, and I didn't associate with them personally, but
See, I didn't mean no offense. The reason I bring it up is because Esmandos uses a very similar term for people that are outside, people that are, they do not trust the fact that there are two kings, and they do not know which one to follow. So they sort of have their own sort of communities. Very strange.
it's not too bad if you ask me. They just travel and do their own thing. Don't have to follow society's rules.
Sounds very freeing. Sounds very dangerous, but very freeing. Not unlike what we're doing, I suppose.
I suppose, as long as we don't get caught up in the war.
See, I'm afraid in my position, I will probably be called upon in some capacity eventually. I don't know what to think of it. Shall we? I will escort you upstairs, or I will leave you alone. It is fine. I am going to bed.
You can escort me if that makes you feel better. And then she goes on ahead.
You just kind of like, yeah, I kind of figured. And the serving wench already comes in. She looks really tired and starts cleaning everything up as you guys leave. And yeah, you pass. As you pass this table going up the stairs, Marichka, you do see an old woman kind of wearing this sort of do-rag with these dangly hoop kind of earrings look at you. And she looks at you and Diego both, and she says in Brithian, tell your fortune for 2 coins? I can see the future.
Can I make a perception check?
Yeah.
Would it be empathy to see if she's like fake
Yeah.
or not?
Yeah. Yep.
Be a plus.
Perception, empathy, specialty.
A +1, you say?
20.
7. Yeah, I mean, she seems sincere that she will make an attempt, that she will honor the coin you give her, but you don't. Just the way she's delivering it, you're like, nah, she's bogus. So she doesn't probably have any real powers. She would what you would just call a fortune teller, not a true diviner, probably.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of gypsy folk, she looks like she's dressed like an Esmandian gypsy.
Oh. Orlando, look. It's one of the gypsies we were speaking of. Maybe you can ask her and run away. Not have to deal with the war.
In truth, my lady, that is why I brought it up. I noticed her earlier on. She is fine. She is what she is. I am going to try to mount the stairs and make it to the top.
Orlando, do you need assistance?
I'm fine. I do thank you, though.
All right. Oh, and Marichka will turn to the fortune lady. Not tonight. But, you know,
It is a shame, my dear. It is a shame.
the only fortune I need is from Anderok. And then she'll kind of stand.
Torak, perhaps you mean. Torak.
Oh no, you were talking to Torek.
Oh my god.
You know of Torak?
Far too much.
Anderok. I heard this name, Anderok. We speak of many gods this night. May the moon guide and bless you, my dear.
To you as well.
It's kind of weird she mentioned the moon, but anyway, maybe random.
Maybe.
He has the second sight talent or whatever. Just got a glimpse.
That's true. She might actually have some legit gifting, but
With my perception roll, it didn't seem like it though.
I mean,
Yeah.
perception doesn't tell you the I mean, you could always do like a detect magic if you have that.
well, it's
That's something that might
just
tell
being
you.
trained in magical arts and using, trying to detect. But that's only going to detect a spell, active spell, or an item. It doesn't. A person isn't magical.
I mean, have you seen Torek?
I mean, even even Kadir would not radiate magic himself, even though he would be considered of a magical race. So, do you talk to her anymore, or do you go up to your room?
I mean, she is a little bit more curious since she mentioned the moon.
I will be here tomorrow night if you wish to speak.
All right, I'll keep it in mind. But yeah, she'll help Orlando up the stairs.
Okay. He was like, "I am fine," but it turns out he actually kind of needed you, because you're super agile as well. Oh wait.
Not so much.
-2. How much did?
-3.
Oh, minus. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh, you were very not agile. Wow.
Like,
At some
Marichka-
point, you're helping him up, and you kind of stagger, and he's like, I think I am fine." So, how much did you drink?
Oh, she didn't drink much at all.
Okay, so you don't have to make an endurance roll.
No.
Just finger juice.
Finger juice.
Oh, if you drink that, definitely make a no. So y'all finally get up to the top. Orlando kind of laughing at the end because you staggered, and then he was laughing at you staggering, and he fell, and then anyway, nobody like hurt themselves, but it was this big giant comedy of errors. And again, Kadir is all relaxed, and then here's laughing and thumping outside. It's like, what the hell? And then Diego finally goes to the last room, which is the one with Torek in it.
Oh, so I do get my
Sneaks in.
own room.
Well, Kadir's in there,
Oh, that's fine.
but he's very quiet, and he's kind of off in a corner somewhere, right? More
Not
or less.
snoring. Just quiet.
Marichka kind of just enters, doesn't really say anything, puts her stuff down, just kind of does like one of these before.
Looks at the moon and howls, and then goes to sleep.
Yeah, I'm not a light sleeper either, so I may not even recognize you there.
Oh, she will. Is there a chair or like a chair next to a desk or anything in the room?
This room is, I don't think so fancy as to have a desk, but we'll see. Yeah, actually, there is a very small writing desk right at the window looking into the in yard.
Okay, if there's a chair that goes with that desk, she'll put the chair
Yeah.
underneath the door handle, the knob.
Okay. Sounds like Marichka's done this before. There is a latch, by the way. There is that's the only thing that's on the door is a latch. So there is that.
She's locking us in together.
But you can slide the chair as well.
That's all right. Kadir is asleep. He doesn't even know. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, she'll do the latch, put the chair, extra measure, and then she'll make sure
slide the desk in front.
Drag the bed in front. Prop Kadir against the door
Pile
too.
Kadir's shit in front of the door.
Then she's gonna make sure that the door, the window is locked and that there's no wiggle room.
Okay. There's a little latch for the window too, and it just kind of opens up.
All right.
Just shutters, yeah.
Gonna make sure all that's closed.
Okay. Yeah, it is now. Cool. All right.
Then she goes to bed.
And she goes to bed having strange dreams of moons and Andarak. Torek has dreams of this mighty blood-caked giant red sun warrior getting his butt kicked. So next morning comes around. And actually it's 9:01. Do you guys want to take a quick break?
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So so audience, we're gonna take, I guess, 3 or 4. Is that cool? Bio break.
Fine with me.
And all right, I'll see y'all at say 9:05. 9:05, 4 minutes.
Okay.
All right. See you in a bit. Beep. Ah. Oh, baby. We're hearing other troops to leave. Well, actually, watching.
First one back. I win.
Oh, is it? Be like, here's your 5 pizzas. Oh. We need to go there. Need to go there, I suppose. Okay. Good. All right.
Just to let you know I am back.
Ian has returned. Hold on. What? Yeah. Okay.
I was here before you.
All right. Ian has returned. I've returned.
I'm loading into a game now. I'm gonna play a quick game. Hopefully it'll be like 3 minutes or so.
Cool. Just waiting on Matt and Madison.
If they get back before it's over, then oh well. I'll just lose. It's not like I lost. It's not like I'll lose anything on the game. It's a free character. I think I supplied them with a med kit that I took out of my pocket. But med kits are like a very small amount of money, inconsequential.
Right.
This is this is the game that I told you about. That's very much like Mythic West.
Cool.
It actually uses old clunky guns that are meant to not be that great, like the Romero 77, a one-shot shotgun that doesn't always kill at short range.
Do you know the reference?
Well, isn't the Romero 77 an actual weapon?
I don't think so. I think it's based on George Romero, the guy that wrote Night of the Living Dead. So it's probably a zombie killer.
Hello.
Oh, zombies are actually best killed with melee weapons.
I'm just saying the name Romero, though, is from George Romero from Night of the Living Dead.
I will check about the Romero thing because I thought that.
I don't think it's an actual Old West. You had Remington. Madison has returned. And you guys ready?
Yeah, the Romero 77. Okay. Got it. You're right.
George Romero. Night of the Living Dead.
But it is based on an actual shotgun.
Cool. Yeah. All right, we're back, everybody. So we last left off, you guys went to bed. Exciting stuff here at this inn. The night passes by uneventfully. And dawn comes the next morning, as it is wont to do, on rosy feet. And Kadir is healed 1 plus his vigor and health points.
Yes, I am fully healed. I am.
Or actually 3 plus your vigor and health points.
Really, and I would have been even. I probably didn't even need to heal myself, but.
Yeah. Just in case.
I have a vigor of 2.
But your stamina is all back too, so there's that. Is Torek wounded still? Oh, you are. You're down 2. So Torek would be totally healed. Back to 29 out of 29.
Anyone else wounded?
Right, Ian? Malik
Yeah?
was not. Marichka was not, right? Not in quite a while. Hazmat is not. Diego is fine.
Damaged since episode 1.
Yeah, near it is episode 8.
Yep.
So in the morning, if you meet Diego down in the common room, he's breaking his fast, eating some leftover fish, some goose eggs, and this local black bread that they bake.
Ooh.
Good morning, Diego.
Good morning. I feel better than I did last night. How are you, Kadir? You look better.
Yes, I feel much refreshed.
Hmm.
I think Esmandian food agrees with me.
And it's not bad. When you get to the Avarro, you'll see that the cuisine is slightly different, but much of it is still the same. Speaking of which, hopefully we can get there. I don't know, 4 days. I will ask around again, and I already have done so a little bit this morning for a guide who might take us all the way, or at least a bit further than Balos. You're welcome to do so yourself, but I can use whatever influence I have.
Do not speak the language unless I speak Brithian.
That is true. There have been a few Brithian speakers, but not many. And even
Orc's been finding them all and scaring them off.
exactly. I met a fellow this morning who speaks Cymreddi. I think his mother was Cymreddi or something.
I do not speak that language either. So
Very strange language. I thought Brithian was strange. It's very musical, though. I will say that.
my tongue has lots of hard consonants and lots of stops. It's just an odd language to your ears, I'm sure.
For what little I've heard, it seems musical enough.
Perhaps.
Well, I will see to the horses and gather our guide, and perhaps we should be gone in an hour's time, unless you need to visit any shops. I don't think there is that much to offer.
There is
here,
not
but-
much. Yeah, it's just a small village. We have what we need. We've got that from the Black Lions. I think I am fine. I will go ask the stable boys to ready our horses. Hopefully they understand enough Brithian to do that.
Very well. See, I think so. There is one older one that speaks it very good. So yeah, if you go check on that, there is a somewhat older stable boy, late teens, and he speaks Brithian pretty well, and he's very perky. There you go, my lord. Horses are ready
Morning.
to go. They've been groomed up, and sir, you must be the friend of Lord Diego.
Indeed, I am one of his guides, traveling companions.
He said you are one of his slaves, that he whips you daily. No, I'm kidding.
He must jest.
I'm sorry. Wait. I don't know why I said that. But the horses are all ready to
Diego,
go.
I think, yes. Excellent, yes. And I will hand him a bronze.
Thank you, my lord.
We've got to give him a silver, but
Thank you very much. Horses are ready to go. All groomed. That one had Burzar in it. Taken care of.
excellent. I will go.
Oh,
greet-
and one of those horses, anyway, tried to kick me. So
that
one in the
would be-
corner there, the black one.
That would be Marichka's horse. It is temperamental, I have seen. I do not go near it either.
I just left some food for it, but I otherwise left it alone.
Probably wise. I'm surprised she hasn't seen to it herself, actually.
It's an ill-favored look.
Yes, I imagine it is. It reminds me a bit of the Shadow Sea, actually.
It's behind me, isn't it?
In a way, yes, it is way behind you, back in the stall over there, but yes.
Good. That's what it should be. Well, happy travels, my lord. Thank you. Gracias.
I'll go to greet my horse, uncertainly, kind of like holding my hand out and not quite sure what to do with it still, since I'm not terribly familiar with horses, but
It looks shinier is about all you can tell.
looks healthy, so
Less stubborn than camels that you've probably seen more of.
better smelling probably too.
Yeah, definitely now it is. And but don't hold water quite as well as a camel.
There's that. Well, luckily I don't have to worry about that.
Marichka, you're finding your horse in a corner stall.
Yeah, she's gonna go down.
Several corpses laying about it.
Good job.
Madison is frozen.
Oh no, am I?
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, are we good?
You're in the same pose for like 50 seconds. It was awesome.
I didn't mean to be, but yeah, she's gonna see if anyone like actually took care of her horse. She lets people take care of the horse because like she knows that they're gonna get bit or kicked. She does it just for
It's a test.
You're a bit of a sadist.
test.
Makes
but-
sense. It looks like
yeah.
it's been fed, but it hasn't been groomed
Yeah,
and watered.
weak. So she'll groom it and take care of it herself.
Okay. As usual, you're about the only person that gets close to it without it freaking out.
Hmm.
Rubs up against you. Eventually, Diego comes down. I guess Toric, perhaps at some point, Ian. Or
Yeah.
Diego. Yeah. So, oh yeah, sorry. Go. Oh.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering why you were going quiet.
So Diego shows up with a local man, kind of in his mid-20s, fairly fit. Might be more of a hunter than a fisherman, but he definitely looks like a local. And Diego says, finally, I've found someone that would be going with us.
Matt,
Uh-huh.
I have hired him. He is a guide. He can lead us all the way to Avarro.
that is good, since none of us know the way.
So he
How
kind of
many
nods.
days does he think it'll take?
He says, there is one problem. The man does not speak, but from what I've been able to tell, he does write.
Huh.
I thought I would
And
give him some employment.
And how will he tell
I
us
guess-
the way? By gesturing?
As I said, he can write.
Oh,
Does he?
Ah,
Does he
Yes.
Do you understand Brithian at least? I hope.
Yeah, and the man stands forward, almost like feeling like he just got insulted. He steps forward. He kind of opens his mouth, and you can tell his tongue has been cut out, probably from
I would-
many years ago.
I would like you all to know that Toric, well, yeah, Toric has officially been stumped. This man is more educated than Toric is. Toric cannot write.
But you can speak though.
Fair.
I mean no insult, but do you understand Brithian?
You can. He nods.
Okay. At least at least you can understand us, which is also important if we ask a question. That is all I ask. I'm sorry, I do not speak the local tongue. I am
Me-
not from here.
He makes like a gesture, like in his face and his mouth and his nose. And I don't think any of you understand it, but you can make a language roll if you want.
I
No.
will. Deciphering? Would that count?
That's for writing.
All right.
Yeah, I have 2 ranks in it.
Oh, I did
Ooh.
okay. 21.
Holy crap! You actually recognize what it
Ooh.
is.
No. Something about facial features.
Oh dear. No, so Torque, do you want to roll, or is it worth it?
-7.
Threatening to, yeah, I mean, you could literally critically fail here pretty well.
Give me a
so.
sec.
I don't even know if Diego knows what the guy's doing. Maybe some kind of secret merchant tongue. Actually, Madison knows, but I'm going to wait for Ian's roll. And Marichka.
Alright.
Preferably this evening.
There we go. Sorry. Nope.
Oh,
Nope. Nope. Modifier matters not.
is there a modifier? Is it a crit failure?
Uh,
I guess is what I'm asking. That is a crit failure, regardless. So a crit failure is a 0 or a 1, natural one that fails by 10 or more. It's just work. That's
I mean, my assuming it's a 15 or higher, my modifier is not a +9 or more.
Yeah, but what is it? What is your modifier for language?
it's intellect.
My,
and then
it's
if you have
+1. No,
+1.
where is it? I just
don't
had
know.
it. It's
also
0.
medical.
It's a 0. Okay.
Yeah.
At least it's not negative.
Yeah, I thought it was I thought it was like -2 or -1. So what? Yeah. So so Torek, you actually think right as he starts doing this, like it's pretty clear that he is like casting a spell.
This is clear to Toric? Okay, cool. Understandable. Toric sits back and watches with amazement.
Do you do it? Okay. So you, instead of being a little freaked out, and he just completes the sorcery, and nothing appears to happen. That doesn't mean anything didn't happen. But meanwhile, Madison, Marichka, you're like, "Ooh, wait a minute, I've seen that before. You don't understand it because it's very secret, but you think it's something called shadow speech or shadow tongue. And it's the secret language of the shadow hand.
Oh, you know what? I've been studying the writing of it because I have a book full of shadow writing that I've been deciphering for quite a while now.
Right. Yeah. And you know this language is actually mostly gestures, but there's a spoken part of it as well. It's mostly slang and stuff, but yeah, it seems to match in with what you've been reading.
Ooh,
and even Diego's like, I have no idea what the hell that's about.
I somewhat recognize it. I don't know what that actually means, but I recognize it a little bit.
So when you do that, the man kind of looks at you and he does this another little little gesture. So
Can I try like perception to see?
He's
like,
casting another spell.
That's what it looks like.
Or like empathy, like his intent.
Perception, empathy, yeah.
Rick is just looking around at this point, looking to see what is going on or what has changed.
What fire has been summoned in the background, or
20?
what crack in the earth.
Sorry.
Oh, 20. So Kadir's still like, I have no idea what they're. So Marichka, yeah, you looks like he's trying to tell you, don't tell it like you recognize as a fellow member of the Shadow Hand, and don't tell anyone.
I wish. she just kind of like nods.
So yeah, it looks like he might think that you're a member, or at least that you're
good. Let him think that.
Exactly. But Kadir is still like, I don't know, and Torik's like, sorcery has been worked in the area.
So because Marichka knows about the Shadow Hand, they are assassins, right?
Well, so you've heard they're mostly thieves and underground operatives, but there's like a branch of them called the Shadow Blade, apparently, that's more like assassins.
Okay, so that's just a specific branch. Not all of them are assassins.
Like a thieves guild, kind of.
Yeah, there's some shadow handlers that are probably they could probably be decent assassins too, but there's kind of a branch that's more specifically shadow handler. Yeah, sort of a thieves guild without calling it that, because this is actually kind of a dark age setting before guilds really came around, but for lack of a better term.
Oh, good, we have a thief among us.
And they're more prominent in the Larinthian Empire. But occasionally they spread out into Brythia, and obviously perhaps Esmandos as well.
Okay.
So, and Diego looks oblivious to this, or else he's hiding it really well. So, if that is fine, I wanted to help this man. His tongue was cut out some years ago, from what he has said by his writing, and he seems to be very good with a blade and a crossbow. In those directions very well.
Well, it's unfortunate about his tongue, but I say we
arrest
him for now. Seems like he's the only one willing to help us.
Well, if that is all, I trust him. I mean, we will see. I do not think he will try to betray us with, he kind of looks at Torek and...
Yes, he wouldn't last long, since we do have Torek.
Or with any of us, for that matter, to be quite honest.
Well, I'm glad to have him aboard. At least we know where we are going now.
See.
Or at least how to get where we are going, and that way. We've known where we were going all along, just not how to get there.
His name is Domingo. He has written me. Domingo.
Well met, Domingo. Shma has brought you our way.
Sort of nods to you and kind of gives Marichka another sort of look, but doesn't say anything. Well, obviously doesn't say anything. Doesn't gesture anything.
I mean, you can technically try, but...
You might can make sounds, but... So, if you guys are leaving, I mean, he's ready to leave out. That's up to you guys if y'all wanted to do anything else.
I have nothing else needs to be done here, so I am...
Yeah, we've got everything we need.
I will mount up on my horse, and...
Okay.
I guess I have one trailing behind my own horse. Basically, we each probably have one trailing behind us. So I have guiding one and riding one.
Your train of horses. All right. And you head out today as you head out of the stables, you find it to be kind of a rainy day. Not great for travel. Moderately.
I'll have my water scoot open to collect water.
Feels good to you.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of a moderate rain.
Mm-hmm.
Enough to kind of reduce perception by -2. And feels good though as you continue to the east away from the river and leaving this small village, which you found out was named Esmera, actually.
Off into the woods with wine on our backs.
To the woods. To the woods.
Into the woods.
To the woods.
Into the woods and out of the woods.
To the woods. I wish.
And home before dark.
I wish.
I do not understand any of this.
It's a musical theater reference.
Stephen Sondheim.
Yes.
He doesn't care about his performers. He writes torturous music. But it's awesome if you can master it, because it's like, wow, this is actually really good.
It's very ingenious. All right, and off we go.
Traveling
east.
So,
east.
Long story short for today, you managed to travel across open plains, and even though the rain kind of thwarts you a little bit, it lightens up a little bit towards the end of the day. You encounter no one on the road. I mean, you see birds, rabbits occasionally scampering, but no problem, no event at all the way till nightfall, in which you probably want to camp on the road unless there is a settlement, and it doesn't look to be one. So this new guy, Domingo, is kind of leading you probably the way you would have gone, but he seems to know some of the local trails better. And Diego, occasionally you see him talking back and forth. They write back and forth. And Diego says, by the way, Domingo is trying to make us avoid settlements for the most part. Is this wise? I do not think we need to stop.
I am fine.
He's taking us on hunting trails.
Staying outside. I mean, my people are nomads. It's fine by me.
See, very well. Just one.
And we have tents. We have the tents from the Black Lions they provided. So
true. And you guys are so mounted horseback here. Let's see. So open plains. Yeah, you got about 40 miles today. And I can't find a little. Hold on just a second. Roll 20 weird. Tried to move the little square and it like disappeared. There it is. That's about where you guys are on the map.
Okay.
Red square. Open plains. Y'all travel a little bit further. And we'll see during the night. Imagine you keep watches. Put up your camp. The night goes by uneventfully, completely quiet, nice weather. You start seeing the stars a little bit towards the end of the night. Marichki, you can tell the greater moon doesn't really have any pull on you anymore. It's now kind of it's gibbous. It's
waning,
like a 4/5 waning moon, and the lesser moon is waxing, but it's still 2 weeks away from being full. But
during the night, could she bring out the book that is translated in the shadow speech or shadow tongue and kind of like flip through it, but in like a way to where like this newcomer can like see, like, so obviously like flipping through it to see if he would have a reaction or possibly would like to translate?
Okay. Yeah, and you're trying to keep that covert from the others, right?
Yes.
More or less. Okay.
Yes.
So make a sleight of hand, or that's probably going to be it. Unfortunately, it's agility based.
Yeah. Okay. At worst, it just drops out of her hand and she fumbles with it. Yeah, that's an extra 2 for me. Let's go.
You're in Tauric territory now.
Ooh.
Not bad though.
Yeah.
13.
13. Okay. At some point,
none of us are agile.
Yeah. Domingo looks over at some point, but he it's hard to tell if he took the meaning. He didn't seem to pay it much mind. Now everybody looks. No. He goes, well, in that case, if you're doing a hem, why didn't you say so? Yeah, at some point he looks over, and then you think the whole thing is past, and then you do your watch and sleep for the rest of the night, and then by dawn, when dawn comes around and you guys are eating breakfast and feeding the horses and getting ready and everything, he actually kind of walks over towards you and does another sign.
Gosh, perception.
Yeah, or language. Perception, empathy, or language.
Ooh, I wonder which one is higher. Yeah, my perception is going to be higher.
Empathy specialty, if you, or innuendo specialty.
13.
All right, you're like, I have no idea what he's saying this time. It has. You think? Well, actually, it has something to do with the book. So you're like, wait, okay, so he did see what I was trying to, but you're not sure what he was trying to say.
She kind of leans in. Is like, I don't know if this would be like us trying to keep it quiet from the others. I'm not sure how far away everyone else is, but she will say, I don't know all of the language, the gestures, actually. I can get the gist. But I was wondering, since you obviously know it, if you could help me decipher this. I've been trying to for a while now.
So everybody else can make perception rolls and see if you care. You'd have -2 because you would be under the distraction condition right now.
Horik is deaf.
Horik is like, you're probably dragging on your hauberk. It's probably over your ears at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Kadir, however, has figured out this. What the hell is going on?
I am listening, but it's nothing really interesting. Just help me translate this. I doubt it's something in my tongue. So.
Yeah, something to do with the book translated. So he just kind of he nods at you, kind of smiles, and he does another gesture, and kind of walks away, clearly still expecting that you know more than you thought of that secret language.
Don't! Like, teach me!
So other than that,
So he's not going to help, or he's just going to be like.
it's very unclear whether maybe he'll look at it later.
Okay.
But he seems pretty clever. Like once people start listening and on what he like pretty just cleverly kind of like starts doing something else. So he does seem to be a man who is very and maybe because he can't speak, he's a man of kind of like stealth and subterfuge, it seems like. But if he's a hunter, then that makes sense. So
Yeah.
But why did he have his tongue cut out? So there is that.
Cool.
So yeah, and to remind you guys, if you want to make a lore roll on some guy missing a tongue named Domingo,
Ooh, I wouldn't mind doing that.
we go against his renown.
I mean, I don't know how I would have any idea who this person is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They tell his tale across the Dragon Sea.
I think I would with a 10.
I don't know if he's that famous.
They tell his tale all the way up to the northern lands.
Could be. Madison, would you get a 10?
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, that's. Oh wait, actually, did you succeed? Because this guy is actually more renowned than you would have thought. So the deal is. All right, deal 30 minus. All right, so believe it or not, you're like, wait a minute, this guy. I think I know who this guy is. So if it's who you think it is, you come to think of, you're like, okay, tongueless guy, Domingo. If it's who you think it is, he was an ex-pirate. He was captured by Brithians. They cut his tongue out instead of executing him. For some reason, probably because he cut a deal with them. Apparently escaped, joined the Shadow Hand far inland in the Larinthian Empire, and now makes his living as just kind of a wandering guide. Apparently has been hired as an assassin a few times. So obviously pretty well renowned that you heard about him with a 10. Which is exactly what you needed.
Awesome.
And he's a member of the Shadow Hand, yeah. So
I mean, if he's like a ex-pirate, she might know about him since she did live near a port where
right
I'm
where you
sure-
heard, yeah.
Yeah, and the smuggling business, I mean, you smuggle information, so.
Yeah. Yep. And he might be even in the Shadow Blade itself, the division of the Shadow Hand. That part you're not quite sure of, but
All right.
so all right. And y'all push on today or anything else?
Might as well. We have not reached our goal yet.
Very good. All right. So you push off again, still riding the horses, driving the horses really, and Diego leading the way. And he's like, occasionally talks, he writes back and forth to Domingo, and Diego's like, we should be able to make the ruined city of Balos. That is the way he's taking us, but we can go around if you wish. But he says we may have to ride up into midnight.
I do not think we should enter Balos. We have to cross the river today too, then, yes?
See, he thinks we should be there by nightfall.
The ford or the city?
The river, as we just mentioned.
Oh, so I thought you said Balos. Oh, yeah.
That is midnight, I think he says.
I would think camping on the edge of the river would be best so we do not ford it at night. Unless the waters will be lower then. But crossing at night could be dangerous. I mean, I see well in dark, but we may not all see as well.
We could just camp on the riverbanks.
Yes, of course.
We have water for the horses, and we can take baths as we need to.
I agree with Kadir. I think that we should avoid.
I'm still here. Letting the dog in. I let the dog in, sorry.
Ooh, let the dogs in.
Haunted city, as intriguing as it is to me personally, but you know.
Balos. As you're saying this, Marichka, you could see Domingo's kind of like nodding, like he's trying to tell you something more about that city, that ruined city.
Like saying like, yes, we should go, or no, we should not go.
That will be language or perception, empathy.
Perhaps it might be better for you to communicate in writing through our mutual employer if you're trying to.
I mean, she does have paper of her own. Maybe she could.
Yeah, that's up to you.
Yeah, she'll do that then. She'll notice him like nodding and it's like, okay, I don't know what you mean, dude. And like she'll get out her own piece of paper and write down, do you suggest going to this city or avoiding it?
Okay.
In Brithian, since that seems how. Wait, do I even know how to write Brithian? I don't think I know how to write in Brithian actually.
So is that your second language after Molovian, or?
No, my second language is another speech, I think.
They are written languages, so you actually do know how to write them if you have at least one skill level in language.
Oh, then yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
So
you
yeah, I
can
can write Brithian.
Yep.
So I'll write it down and like show it to him, kind of like on the side.
Okay. Diego's like, oh, I see. So he writes some things, and he writes down what was the question again that you're asking, that you're writing about Balos.
Yeah, like what do you know of Babos, and should we avoid it or should we go to it?
Okay, yeah, he looks and starts scribbling something down. There's a moment he pauses, looks back at you, and he does something, and then he writes a couple more things down, and then he hands the parchment to it. And now Diego's starting to look a little suspicious, but he doesn't say anything. So the
Okay.
first, when you look at the piece of parchment, it says written in Brithian, and his penmanship's not that great, but you can make it out. And it says Balas, ancient city destroyed by earthquake. Great creature, great Gorgon there. Proceed with caution. And then it skips down to the bottom. It looks like that last part he was writing. It's some weird, it looks like that shadow speech that you saw, or it's all encrypted. He's trying to give you some other message.
Yeah. Oh no. Wait. Oh no.
You can make a language roll if you want to try it.
Deciphering.
Now this
Yes,
you can use
yes.
your deciphering. Yeah,
Yes. Okay. Let's try it. 23.
you got it. Nice. So yeah, thanks to having that book, you kind of look and you're like, oh, that's what that symbol means. Ah, that's okay. And it looks like that last bit said, and it's very simple because shadows, like there's no consonant, like it's pretty, it's not like a well done language, it's kind of a thrown together secret tongue. So that, but you figured out the last part. It says, are you one of the hand? Are you one of us?
Oh no, should I lie? Ooh.
Ooh.
I mean, maybe more revealing, but I think it would be very obvious if I can't understand his language unless I get really good deciphering roll.
You're just a brand new Shadow Tongue. You're still learning.
Hmm.
This either says, are you one of us or do you want pizza? I'm not quite sure.
How many skill levels in language do you have to have before learning a new language? Because I'm level
Every
I'm
two.
okay, because I'm
every two
skill
skill
level 3 right now.
Yeah, so that means you want to, yeah, so you're halfway towards another language, basically.
Gotcha.
So unless you have the gift of tongues talent, then you learn one every skill level of
Gotcha.
language. Means you're just naturally gifted with language. And there are people like that.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
Mm.
Diego's like, all is well?
Yeah. Great great cop out. It's like, oh yes. Friend, I was just curious about the city, Babos, and said there's some Gorgon possibly there, and that we should proceed with caution.
Oh yes, there is a legend about such, but it has been a long time. What, does Domingo know something? I mean, he's not told me much about it.
Just that ancient city, and it had an earthquake.
Oh, this I have heard. Yes, it was during the what they call the last cataclysm, way before I was born.
It's interesting though that he mentioned Gorgons, because isn't the rival king of yours the Gorgon king? Or so he says.
That is one of his titles. Yes, they say he is tinged with Gorgonic blood or something.
Hmm.
Carlito de Laurentiis is his name.
Well.
And he has a queen named Lucella that's said to be quite a sorceress, a witch.
Oh. Handy woman.
So should we avoid battles? And he kind of half looks at you, half looks at Domingo.
I would suggest it.
To avoid it?
I would think it wise to avoid it as well, if I am asked.
See, yes. Very well. And then he writes something to Domingo. Well, he says something to Domingo. He's like, can you steer us around it the best way without losing too much time? Maybe perhaps towards Casa Cuandos, and he writes down what appears to be, yes, I will do my best. That you'll travel north of it. Well, for now, let us try to make the river before sunset.
Let's do so then. Onward we go.
See. All right.
Onward.
This is the next morning. So yeah, everybody's stamina and health. It's been back for like 48 hours now.
Purposely avoids that question he asks. She does not answer.
Okay. And y'all travel the whole day all the way till dusk, and about right on point, like Domingo assumed, you get to the river bank. And actually you're almost to the riverbank. As you're approaching the riverbank, everybody make perception skill rolls if you would.
Oh boy.
Ooh, 22.
19, not bad.
Excellent. Ooh. Both successes so far.
I need to find it. There it
Does
is.
Tor get? Ooh.
Torek gets a 5.
All right. Torque's still messing around with his new armor. Just pretty.
Ooh, this black lion is looking particularly shiny today.
He probably does something like he's been carrying it, and they realize the lion's been upside down for like 2 days, so now he like redoes the straps.
Yeah. Now it's sideways.
So you guys all notice, except for Torek, as you approach the riverbank, as it's starting to just get it dusk, you can see what appears to be another group of people, but these people look not uniformed per se. In fact, they are some of them are painted in blue patterns, like face paint, on their face and their bodies as well, and they're wearing like plaids if they have anything on at all, and furs. They look pretty wild. A lot of them have red hair.
Are those painted men?
Or chestnut hair.
It's not the politically correct term anymore.
I see them as well. The painted men would be the Cymreddi, I think.
So, savages?
Those are the savages they were there. They are from the north, right? They
They're
are
often
north.
considered such. I don't know why they were here. They could be here to trade, but that looks like a war party to me.
Yeah, you do see that just pretty much all of them are armed. Mostly spears, short bows, some war clubs.
I imagine they will not be terribly friendly.
And there are about, looks like a dozen of them or so, maybe 10 to 12.
I do not know.
And right as you're saying that, who rolled? Oh, Madison, you got a 22?
Yes,
Yeah.
Okay. So Madison, as you guys are checking them out, and this looks like they haven't noticed you. You're kind of like, it's flat plains, but you're kind of in a high grassy area, a little bit of a knoll, kind of looking down on them. You feel like you're kind of hidden and it's getting dark. But then Madison, you detect to your left, you hear some movement. And just if you look that way off to your left, you can see 2 Cymreddi, assuming that's what they are, 2 blue painted humans with spears approaching your left flank.
Like, are they approaching sneakily? Like they're trying to sneak up on us?
Oh yeah, I mean you
Okay.
barely heard them with a 22.
She leans to the closest party member, I'm assuming, since she's riding next to Orlando. She whispers, "We're being flanked. They're going to attack us if we don't do something quick."
Wait, what do you be? Oh shit!
He sees to the left about time Kadir and Torak does too. So what do y'all do? They're about, it looks, they're not necessarily attacking, but they were clearly for some reason trying to sneak up behind you. And you spot them, they're only like 7 yards away.
At this time, how many does Torek see?
There's 10 up ahead camped by the river, and there's the 2 to your left.
There are too many to fight easily.
Torek watches them and puts on his helm. Not in that order.
Okay.
Perhaps we can bluff them.
Could, if go ahead.
I was going to say, having noticed that you noticed them, the 2 on the left suddenly stop. And then one kind of makes like a hawk sound, kind of like screeching like a hawk, like an alarm. And then the others start to look.
So now they all know we are here. Super.
Great. Should we run?
But where?
Well, they
Is there? Have
don't
we?
have horses, do they? They're not on horseback, are they?
No, none of them are on horseback.
We can outrun them.
That may be best.
Yeah.
We can merely fight.
There are many of them,
Too
Torik.
many. And we don't want to lose our reward money if Orlando
Hmm.
killed.
Well, the early 12, and Torek
You
is
could
probably
leave me
good for
behind.
4. We must decide. Perhaps they only want our horses. Or we could,
Perhaps you could leave me behind. You could run off if there is danger.
We are
Alright.
a group. We are going together. Do not be.
Yes,
Okay.
I will
we're
not leave you.
leaving you behind. You're
Domingo,
our
what do you think?
perfect-
Never mind.
Let us run. Let us.
Domingo's like, here's like writing something. And he's like,
Let us ride.
Yeah. If
Unless you want to try to talk to them, but it looks like they're...
well, they're pointing weapons at us, so like
Yeah,
I'm
they're
guessing
the
none
two
of
that
us-
came up, they kind of made that hawks, and then they kind of stopped, but they clearly have their spears out. One has an arrow knocked to a short bow.
Marichka's gonna put her hand out and probably doesn't know their language, but in Brithian, she'll say, don't attack, basically.
Or
And-
graze his hand axe to throw.
All right, okay.
Yeah,
So
she'll try to do a persuasion.
make a persuasion roll. Although since Torek is about ready to throw, the deal is definitely higher.
Ah,
But you just have your weapon out, right? Or you?
yeah.
I have a hand on my dagger, but I'm kind of like,
I can use my willful presence to up that.
Well, that's after a minute of negotiations.
Oh, all right, then that's not
You have to
20
try
then.
to drag it out a minute.
All right, then it's
So what would
18.
it? Oh, 18. Okay.
not
Yeah, so
bad.
as you say that, you put your hand up very quickly, say something in Brithian, and they do kind of stop. In fact, the one with the spear kind of puts his hand out to like tell the archer don't shoot. And then he speaks in decent Brithian, definitely with a Cymreddi accent. He's like, horses. We want the horses.
You
Give us
want
the
to-
horses and you will leave.
You want to steal from us?
I said we want the horses. No more words.
We can outrun you, fool.
You may try. And he rears back with his spear.
She holds out her hand and she's like, I wouldn't do that if I were you. Like, basically suggesting I'm going to blow you
Okay.
away.
They still
If-
stop. They're still on edge. In fact, and you guys outnumber the 2, obviously.
Mhm.
But you do see the 10 now starting to kind of come up the hill. So the 10 near the river, just to give you guys a better idea, they would be 30 yards away, and these two are like 5 yards away.
Wait, how many yards away are the 10?
About 30. So 90 feet and 15 feet are the other.
Okay, so 15 feet are
the two,
The 2 that
The
are near you.
and-
Here, I can mark it on the
an
map.
archer and a spear thrower, basically.
Yeah.
okay. I'm just wondering if my conjure wind, that's 10 yards. I'm wondering who I can hit with that so we can
Yeah.
like escape real quick.
Yeah, they're only 5 yards away, those 2.
And the others, sorry, I didn't.
30 yards,
30
okay.
yards, 30 paces, 90 feet. Yep.
much farther, out of magic range.
All right.
Even with far-reaching magic.
They want to steal from us, so if it's all right, I will try to do conjure wind on the 2.
Okay.
Basically just trying to knock them prone so we can get a head start.
Roll initiative, because right as you start making any kind of further motion, they seem to be wanting to do stuff also. So
Yeah.
everybody roll initiative. Initiative. Addison gets a oh no, that's persuasion.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh no, Kadir
Mm.
threatens a critical failure.
No, well,
Natural
it is
one.
Jadishma.
It is the way. Where's
I may die here today.
It is
May I throw my ready axe?
If we can escape.
Where's Torek's miniature? There he is. 15. Madison, 18. Where's your miniature?
It's right here. Hold on.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
It's
You were buried. Wait. All right. So 14, no, 18, right?
mm-hmm.
All right. And Diego. Ooh, you get a flat-footed, sort of. He gets an 8. And Domingo, who is probably siding with the Cymreddi because he brought them here. He's on. Just kidding. Is on
Led them here to ambush us.
a 9. Yeah. All right. Nobody's super fast except for the Marichka and Torek somewhat. And the Cymreddi war party would get 21.
Oh.
And Kadir only gets 1 action in the opening
That's not good.
Oh no.
May I throw the readied axe?
Oh wait, sorry, 21.
Not yet. Wait for the.
Shit.
Yeah, well, not before they do something with a 21. So, Torek. 8. Okay. So yeah, even though your axe is readied, I mean they had readied spears and arrows as well. So the archer loses his or actually her, it's a female archer, her arrow at Marichka.
Oh, great.
What's your dodge?
Not good. 8.
Oh, that's right. Oh no. The arrow gets Marichka for, let's see, it was 6 points of damage. Minus any armor. And
Madison, how much health do you have?
he's frozen. Frozen with fear.
It's frozen with a face of concern.
There you go.
Sorry, I froze right when you were about to say something.
6 points of damage, minus armor, any armor.
That's great.
You were stuck in this fearful face the whole time.
So you don't have any armor, do you?
Oh, I do. I got that, wait, what? I have a buckler and a chainmail? Is that right?
I remember you purchasing a chain shirt.
Yeah.
Chainmail shirt.
Oh, yeah.
Rating of 1, 1, and then 3.
Yeah, if you have the buckler on your arm, that's another. So that should be 4 points of armor if you have all that on.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Which means armor penalty too. So you only took 2 points of damage.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Which is the arrow barely manages to slightly penetrate the chainmail.
But you do have the armor penalty against your spellcasting too.
Yeah, that's the drawback. That's
The only penalty I have, because the buckler is exceptional quality, and I
Mhm.
think that it
Right.
didn't have the
correct.
penalty.
Chain shirts
Right,
minus
I do have a skill penalty of.
for the chain shirt, mail
Ugh.
shirt.
It should only be like 1 or 2, though, right?
No,
Minus 2.
you know what it is? Only
Or is it
two?
minus? Well, it's minus 3 if it's average quality.
Yeah, it's probably minus 3. Am I wearing the jerkin as well as the chainmail? Is that how it works?
You could, I believe.
You could. You
Jerkin
could
is
stack.
another piece of armor.
Yeah,
You stack
could
armor, you stack the negatives.
Yeah, it'll give you more protection, but the negatives add as well, like Ian's saying.
Yikes. Yeah, I don't know why I bought this then if it was going to give me a.
I don't want this.
I thought it might have been
I want
situational,
this.
like you're going into a battle and then you put it on. So maybe
Yeah,
you're
but
not wearing it traveling
I'm not
across the
used to a
countryside.
battle, that's the problem. Like I'm not really good at anything besides
But
magic.
you could literally just tell me what you would have on right now. I totally believe you. I mean, you've been traveling across country, so maybe you're not traveling light. I mean, it's fine.
Even though it's gonna do more damage, I think I should just have the leather jerkin on. That way
what about buckler? The buckler, the little small shield.
the buckler, yes, because I have a 0 in the skill penalty.
Right.
for the
Okay.
buckler.
So 2 points of armor. So you took 4 points of damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want chainmail.
He does. So you
Not
got
sure
it
why you
with you
bought
if you
it,
ever
but-
want to put it on.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe
Sell
I don't understand why I did.
it.
I don't know why I ever wrote it down.
So you're down to 13 health, I think.
Yes.
All right. And you can always resell it or something. The guy with the spear launches a spear at Torek, seeing that
Oh
Torek
boy,
is
I wonder what'll happen.
cocked with his axe. And probably let him. What's Torek's dodge?
Very low. It's 9.
Oh, shoot.
It is 13.
Oh, 13.
14 if he's on a ship.
You're not on the ship? So 13.
I am not on the ship. Yes.
So the spear drills you for 2 points of damage minus armor, which is probably nothing.
My armor is like 6 right now,
Yeah, definitely.
without shield.
Almost enough to break the spear as it glances off the chainmail.
With the shield, it's 8,
Yeah.
which is a little excessive.
And then the other 10 come rushing. So they're running. So that'll be their average mobility is 11 to 22 yards. So they get 8 yards shy of you guys before. And as they're running up, 2 of them have running shot, like they're really skilled at shooting on the run, like a lot of
Oh
Cymreddi.
boy.
Great.
They loose an arrow. One flies at Diego, but misses just barely.
Oh, thank goodness.
The other one flies at Domingo. And oh, awesome. That would have actually hit his tongue, but that doesn't apply.
Oh, the
that arrow
famous
missed.
tongue shot. Yes.
He's
Yes.
like, damn it, this is what happened last time. Why am I talking all of a sudden? And now we're at Marichka's turn.
All right.
Do-do-do-do-do.
All right. I'm going to do now. Now they're in range. The bigger crowd, correct?
They're 8 yards away.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna
Yeah,
try
they
to do for Conjure Wind, it's kind of like it's
Well, the higher version's the only one that can knock people over.
okay. I'm
Mhm.
gonna go for the higher version
Actually,
then.
wait, hold on. The medium mic can, but it has to be. It's only low physique creatures. Let me make sure, Madison. I don't want to steer you wrong there.
All right.
Conjure Wind. Right. Conjure Wind. This is something Torek does probably every morning.
After every meal.
So the DL15 version, heavy blast of wind, capable of knocking over small objects and knocking prone creatures with physiques of +0 or less. Or instead, the DL20 version, you could summon a heavy blast of wind capable of knocking over medium to large objects. Okay, yeah. So the medium one can knock over people with physiques of +0 or less, and the heavy one, DL20, can knock over physique +5 creatures or less.
But it's only one creature or object within 10 yards. It doesn't do it. I guess you could do a radial
Yeah,
blast.
it's only right.
But the radial blast is a DL20, so you could do that's everybody around you basically.
Yeah, it's literally a radius, so you'd have to stride forward and like if you didn't want to hit your friends.
Okay.
and
I'll.
just blast.
I'm gonna die. I'll just to try it. I'll
Are
go
you
for
st-
try to
stepping
do
forward?
that.
I mean,
Try to do that then.
that looks pretty damn epic.
Yeah.
Your hair is all blowing back, and you're like,
But with that one, would I be able to also do Evil Eye like on the middle, or whoever's like in the middle? And then
yeah. So it
just-
takes an action, right?
Okay.
So your first action, Evil Eye, you make eye contact, and that gives you a boost to. But I think it's only mental oriented spells. I've
gives-
changed it after a couple editions. I can't quite remember. Here, I'll look it up.
in the book, I think it was just like a +2 to your roll.
Probably. I think I simplified it. It used to be that, yeah, you make eye contact with creature, second round. Yeah, just +2 to your magical arts skill roll against that target only. Cost you an additional stamina point to do so.
All right.
So yeah, you're right. It just adds a +2. So you're literally making eye contact as if to say, you are toast.
Okay. Yep. I will try that, and then I'll do Conjure Wind and hope that. my
Are you doing the radial effect?
Yeah, I'm gonna try. I just want to try
Okay.
to knock everyone out of the way so we can start escaping.
Nice. All right, magical arts air.
Nice.
Oh, 24. Wow. You mutter the spell, it's like whoosh, this big blast of wind. How far do you go? Do you try to get far enough not to hit Kadir and Torek? And
Oh yeah, I'm not, I don't want them in the blast.
I know I don't really have this set up exactly right, but so if you go, you'd have to go like almost right up to that archer and the. Is that okay to have them out of the radial effect?
I mean, with that, I'm gonna hit them, so they're gonna be knocked down.
Yeah, it's totally
So,
fine.
So
So
yeah,
as you stride forward, just like, whoosh, and they have to beat a 24 in the acrobatics roll to stay on their feet. So good luck with that.
I'm on a
Actually-
horse too, so I might be okay.
Actually, oh, it's just automatic if they're physique. Jeez, who wrote this spell? Ridiculous. I did simplify it. All right. So Madison, yeah, both of those, the archer, because the other people are out of range. Actually, if you go there,
I thought I was gonna go into a location where I'd get all of them.
that
I
would
thought you-
get, yeah, that would get those two, and then the other one's coming, the first line of the others two coming up. So basically that will get 7 of them.
Okay.
And all 7 of them just get blown. None of them are larger than +5. I mean, that's even Torek is barely that size. And they get blown back a yard and on their butts. That costs you 4 stamina points, though.
East.
But
It's
they
fine.
are prone on the ground, knocked back. Nice. Very cool. And now it's Torek's turn. Torek. Ian. Is he there?
Hello.
Sorry, I was muted.
Oh.
I will move. Well, how far away are they now that they've been blown over?
Here, let me see if I can mark them better. So there's the spear throw and they're like 5 yards away, and then that next group is 3 yards behind them. So it kind of
All right.
reads correctly.
So I can ride my horse through them and onto the ones that are, well, the ones that are prone, I probably can't hit while on my horse, can I?
If only you had trampling
Are
charge.
you trampling, or are you like stabbing down with a weapon, or yeah?
I am attempting to rush towards them and cleave them.
Okay, so you're not using your horse to attack. So yeah, yeah, you could totally move up as an action and swing down as your second action.
All right. Would I get an advantage like that from
Well,
that?
unfortunately, if the weapon has the mounted characteristic, you would get an additional +1, but Great Axe does not have that.
They're prone anyway, though, so you're still.
You,
That's
+2
true.
to hit a prone target, yeah.
Okay, yeah. All right.
Additional +2.
Is it an action to hop off the horse?
If you make an animal handling roll against DL10, you can slide out of the saddle as a free action.
And if I fail that?
It counts as an
You're
action
trapped up
if
there
you fail.
forever.
Yeah, you're stuck. Like a kelpie, you're stuck on its back.
Trying to
Okay.
You are cursed to forever be on the horse.
So do you
Well,
wanna
I will.
ride or dismount?
I would like to ride forward, then dismount, attempt to dismount, and then swing down
Cool. Okay.
with the axe on my back, grabbing it as I slide off. Hopefully, slide off
So
if all goes well.
ride towards the target, then slide off.
Yes.
All right. So who's your target? Does it matter?
Nope.
So we'll
Never mind.
say
It's a 0.
critical failure.
And Kadir is trapped on the horse.
I actually didn't roll a nat 1. I rolled a 2.
Yeah.
But you still, but
The
it's
rule
still,
is 0. Final result of 0 or natural 1. That's kind of the rule.
Oh.
Yeah.
you are
Unless you
still
want to luck it.
Is this what negative consequences will come of this? Yes.
almost certainly.
It's a crit fail. Yeah. I mean, yeah, probably not too hard. I mean, you could get your foot stuck in the saddle, or you could Here, I'll look at the critical failures.
I'll just let it crit fail. My luck is too
Probably not worth
valuable.
it. Yeah. Okay. So Ian, roll 1d3.
Oh boy. One.
Oh, your mount throws you off, dealing 1 point of damage.
Well, you're down.
Per point of critical failure.
I don't suppose that there's some chance I might hit one of the people on the ground. Is
Yeah,
there?
You don't fell forward. It's a critical failure. So, but you don't take any damage. You just land prone on your back.
Okay.
Oh, crap. Because it was actually 1 point of damage, but your armor absorbs all of that.
I thought it was per point of failure. Oh, okay. It is point of critical failure.
Yeah, but it goes off of the 1. Yeah, so, but you still have your second action.
I guess I get up, spend that on movement. And by the way, my idea of trying to slide off the horse was like once I was next to them, like
So
right up
you're
beside.
probably right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't critically fail that bad to fall on the other side. So you could make an attack from prone, but it's at -2.
I mean, I'll still do it.
Okay.
But then you won't be able to stand up then.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
Not this round, anyway.
I can do that next round and then attack next round. I will also be raging. And you said it's a
I am
-2.
angry. Hulk man.
My God.
Oh, he is mad. He is 41
Okay,
from a natural
well,
20.
that'll do.
This was as mentioned, by the way, this was my frost giant, my giant axe.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Which is
Oh my.
max damage.
Max damage 31.
31 armor piercing. So with that will be you completely, this poor female Cymreddi, completely sever her right in the waist.
Oh my God.
Like,
All right.
the only
Well, we
good
can't
thing
have
about
nice
it is that
things.
it's a merciful kill.
Yeah, hopefully. Okay. She's gone.
Oh yeah,
He tried to steal our horses.
you put her at like -11 or something ridiculous. And
You killed not only the body but the spirit as well.
yeah, it was trying to like float off, and you severed through it too. So Domingo is next. Oh wait, is that? Yeah, that's Domingo, and the silent one. Domingo will. Let's see, where is this little dude? He will probably join their side, as mentioned. Just kidding. That joke is not working at all.
Makes sense.
He's
Yeah,
got a
yeah.
crossbow that he loads fairly quickly for a crossbow, and pops a shot off at that. Not one of the prone ones. He knows better than that as a archer. It's not easier to hit a prone target with a ranged weapon, but his shot goes way off, missing by a good 2 or 3 feet. Scrambles to reload. Yeah, and then Diego's like, "You suck, silent man. What the hell? No."
You're not paying me to fight. You're paying me to guide.
He draws his sword. Yeah. Comes running up next, takes a stand next to Marichka. "I'm with you. You're by yourself. I don't know what you got too far. Torek, you. Oh, shit. Should not have looked
I
that
can
way."
handle myself. That scene in okay, so he falls off the horse after like getting tangled, falls on the ground, like lying on his back, and just
Manages to, like,
swings the axe over to the left of him to the ground and cleaves him.
cleaves through the waist.
No, that's
Diego
I'll
is
be up in a
there.
second. I'm only resting.
Marichka with you, and then he tries to intimidate. He's shouting. He's like, "You do not belong here, savages!" So he's trying to intimidate. He draws his jeweled saber, pointing at the chick here, the archer chick on the ground. "Do you want to end up like that one?" And his voice cracks, and he gets all discombobulated with a 5 from a natural 1.
You leave me alone.
Stop it. Think about it. He's running up. He's trying to be cool, and suddenly realizes how many there are, and now he's like, I'm not so cool anymore. So that will be it could be a
It
critical.
isn't very honorable to outnumber people.
Stop it. All right, not a crit fail, but definitely a fail. All right, Kadir.
Why are we not running? Shit.
That is a good question.
All right.
Diego rode up, by the way.
All right. I will stay where the hell I am, because I'm not stupid. And
Are you mounted? I guess.
Yes. We're still. I think we're. I thought we were all mounted, so I would be mounted.
Y'all had time to get off, so it's really your call.
No, I prefer to stay mounted.
Okay.
All right. I'm looking here. Shoot. Oh, maybe I do need to move up because I can't really. But in order to do that, I can only move or attack. So, yes, they are actually, that's 9 yards away.
My cat's going crazy, running all over the place.
Yeah, I actually okay. Yes, I will. That's 10 yards right there. So I am going to target.
It is 30 yards, I believe. The individual unit. Oh wait, shit. Yeah, because it's 5 feet. Sorry.
That should be right.
Yeah, that's. I usually in tool it was 10 yards.
Sorry.
To this person here. So I'm going to target this person here. I'm going to attempt to do a fiery blast with a 2 by 2 yard terminus, which should get all 3 of these people here. If I succeed on my DL 15.
Do I have enough?
There's 3 stamina. And this is my fire blast, so I kind of raise a hand, point towards them, and mutter or actually I guess I really more shouting an incantation in my native tongue, and a blast of hopefully fiery wind erupts from the palm of my hand towards them, and barely gets off, but it does.
Yep.
And so yeah.
Oh, that was area of effect fiery blast.
Yes, the L15. So I'm hoping to hit all 3 of these folks here.
This one, these.
Yeah, these
3.
Yes. This.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. 2 women and a dude, Cymreddi, and acrobatics versus DL15.
Sadly, not great, but not.
They're pretty
horrible.
quick and lightly to no armored. However, one takes 5 points of damage.
Okay.
One dodges it entirely, and the third one dodges it entirely. So she takes 5 points of fire damage.
3 stamina for 5 damage isn't bad.
Not bad, and she has no armor, so that she took all of that. She screams in pain, but she's all jacked up on woad and just like screaming back at you.
This is not a good idea. I must protest.
Diego's, they only want the horses. We should have gave them a couple of them. Too late. Shit. All right. So back to them.
Yeah, annihilated.
Oh no. So she gets up from prone. She stands up.
Are Malik and Hazmat doing anything out of curiosity?
Oh yeah, I forgot about them. They actually went on a 5. Forgot to mark it. So he's probably gonna battle muse, I think.
Okay.
Actually, he probably should have been the one doing the negotiations with his magnetism.
Yeah.
But he's like, so be it. It's time to sing a battle song. And barely gets the DL of 10 with his performance. So you guys barely kind of hear him, but whatever it is inspiring as he starts chanting this Assyrian battle song. So everybody gets +1 to attack rolls and defense until it gets back to him.
Ooh.
Okay.
Also, I would like to note that was actually a 43 earlier. I forgot to wait. Do you still get the +2 against someone who's down if you're down yourself?
No.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah. But still, yeah, definitely. She was cloven. Cleaved? Cloven?
+1 defense, +1 melee. Okay. So it does not affect my ability anyway. So
Hazmat stays back. He's not going to send Hazmat into battle, although Randall would probably joke about doing it. I don't think he actually will.
go ahead, Hazmat. You can do this.
Oh, very well.
You
He's running
shall, sir.
forward, swinging his scimitar around. Domingo's doing that. Okay, where were we? Marich. Oh no, wait, still them. Still them. So she stood up. She is dead. This guy's angry. This man, he looks like maybe kind of a champion among them. He's actually one of the few with a decent weapon. He's got a long sword and actually has a war helm with like a wolf tail sticking out of it. He was charging at Torek, cursing in Cymreddi, and
Yes,
thrust
attack him.
down.
Let me, Torak!
It's Torek. And Torek still parries it, even from being on his butt. And who else?
Wait, he has a +5 after -3 from stamina. Wait. Oh, never mind.
So another one runs up, jabs at you with a war spear. Torek, and you block that also.
I'm gonna start cleaving these people in half if they're not careful.
This chick stood up and then wings the arrow off at Marichka. She curses in Brithian, saying, "Sorceress, wind mage!" And the arrow flies at Marichka. And once again, I think it was the same damage as last time. Dodge 8, I think.
Yep, dodge 8.
Yeah. 6 points of damage, -2 armor, so 4.
Do I get any of that taken off because of the defense from Malik?
Oh yeah, so 3 points of damage instead of
Okay.
4. Yep, that's right. Good call. I didn't add that. So you're at 10 health. Oh, still not at half though.
I
Not
have
staggered.
grit. I have grit. It's fine.
Oh, cool. Yeah, grit's good. And those two did that. There's another archer seems to be targeting Kadir, probably because of what he did.
Oh, leave Kadir alone.
And Kadir, what's your dodge?
Currently it is 11 because
And
of
you
the battle
dodge it.
muse.
Yep. you
Oh,
dodge it.
thankfully.
Only got a 9.
Rashma.
Arrow flies at Domingo. And oh, ouch. Domingo gets kind of drilled. Well, not too bad. Kind of glances him, but still cuts into his thigh for 4 points of damage. He does have soft leather jacket on. That helps a little bit. And that dude was prone from the wind. He stands up. All these people got knocked on their butts. Dang it. Come on, roll 20. It's not helping things. So he stands up and then he will close it on Marichka and Diego. And then she goes charging this way with this guy. Ah! They go charging at Domingo. He's like, shit. Actually, he says nothing. Malik's like, have no fear. Hey. And he is surrounded. And these Cymreddi look like they know how to fight with Wolfpack tactics.
Great.
Of course they do.
Hey, so do I. That means it's almost even now.
And Domingo gets hurt. Oh, Domingo is staggered. Oh no, not quite. Just one above. Okay. All right. Wait. Yeah. He gets kind of hurt, but not staggered. And I don't know why she's here. So I'll get rid of her. Close them up. All right, and then let's see what else really quick. These two haven't done anything. Nor the redhead here. She runs over and tries to scare the horse away. You hear like, ah! Shouting, but the horse just kind of snorts at her like, screw you.
Yeah.
And she's like, that must be Marichka's horse. Wait, it's not. And this one moves up. She moves up and throws a spear at Marichka.
Great. Great.
Just
Your
awesome.
defense is 1 higher because of the battle muse.
Yep. So it's 9 right now, and she 2 points of damage.
Your armor should absorb that. So
No, it was 4. I already did it. It was 4
Oh,
minus
gotcha.
armor. And I added the +1 to defense too.
We need to leave. We don't need to fight this.
Down to 8 health.
Go.
You could reduce damage with luck point too, just to remind you. But yeah, I don't know. Is it worth it? All right, and now it's Marichka's turn.
Gosh.
Shoot.
Yeah, this is not a good situation at all. Especially-
I genuinely recommend this. There's only what 7 of them left. 8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Torek will likely take one of them out on his next turn. If not 2, if he's lucky, but that would require me to grab my battle axes, which I actually could. Yeah, I'm gonna do that because I haven't dual wielded battle axes yet.
well, that's all metagaming. So
Yeah, fair.
The
But-
problem we are facing right now is that you are the only one capable of
Yes.
actually surviving this encounter, because we
Yes.
got two on the new guy, and then I mean me and Kadir are not really battle how should I put it? We're not really good at battle.
yeah, we're not. I'm not terrible, but I'm not built for it.
Yeah, so we need to get out of here.
Okay.
And Marichka, you have a secret weapon too, though.
Yes, I do, and I'm gonna bring it out right now.
Uh-oh.
Are you
Because-
really?
I mean, I don't think I have any other option. I'm like,
Well, are you guys still on horses?
yeah. I did the conjure wind to like push them back so we could start going.
Hmm.
That is what I was doing. So, but it's escalated.
But see, nobody shouted run. So
Well, Marichka said that we need. Didn't I say? Or maybe not. I don't know. Maybe
I
I thought
do think that Torek can clear this up, especially if you guys can get out of or farther range from them and provide any amount of support from a distance.
Yeah.
I believe that we should get through no problem. If really need be, especially in game, you could give it a sense of grab your shield or whatever. We'll support you. You could say something along those lines. I can get 8 protection. I can stand against a lot of attacks, even doing high rolls and high damage. I have high health, high.
well,
Like, Torek is sturdy in this world and should be able to hold against these people long enough to take them all out.
Okay. I mean, if you're confident,
it's up to Marichka.
yeah. I mean, if you're confident with that, then we can do that.
Also, everybody, it is 10:28. So, Matt, are you good or?
I'm okay. I mean,
I
if you
mean,
want to go.
I have no
farther.
problem stopping the session in the middle of a battle. It's kind of a cool cliffhanger, but it's also kind of awkward.
I mean, I don't have any sort of schedule as of now. It's up to you guys.
I mean, I have to get up in the morning, but it's
I do have a question with Beguile. Could I convince, if I roll high enough, can I convince their champion to turn on his friends, or is Beguile more of just like become more friendly towards you?
Yeah, it gives you a +10 to a follow-up persuasion skill roll, so it
Okay,
makes them
so
more friendly. And then the spell, so if you make them do something that's obvious, they get another resolve roll to break the spell. So you could try to get him to do that, but most likely he'll probably break out of the spell if you do that.
Okay, I was just curious if Beguile like.
There's a
is able
higher level version called mental domination that literally dominate, like you can make someone turn.
Gotcha, but that's not
That's like-
Beguile. Okay.
Yeah, it's like shadow magic level 6 or something. 7.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, Maricha's gonna say that we need to fall back, and she's gonna.
Set the example, or
Yeah.
no, or is she gonna pull something out of her butt here?
Oh, she she's definitely gonna take a few steps back. Maybe can she drag? Can she like drag
Diego,
Orlando with her?
Orlando,
Since he's right
yeah.
beside her.
So first of all, what you got to spend an action to disengage, or do you want to?
Yeah, I
Keep
can't
your-
sit
keep your
here. I'm
butt
gonna get whacked if I do.
And then as a, probably as part of that action, you can make a brawling roll to grab Diego
Ugh.
because he is
Ugh.
moving. He doesn't see it coming, so you would have to try to grab him
Okay.
because he's engaged in battle with this person.
Yeah. All right. We'll see. That's a
This-
3.
Nope.
This is the problematic person right now, right?
Yes.
All
Yeah,
right.
one of them, I guess. So Marichka, failing to get a good grab of, do you stop there or do you continue your movement?
I'll stop
Do you
there.
do something else? Okay.
Yeah.
So you still have a
Oh.
second action technically if you wanted to.
Okay.
Actually, you could. No, because technically that was an attack to grab him, so you could not do it again.
But now I'm out of range of the guy that's attacking
Yeah.
Orlando.
No.
I can't attack him now with my magic.
Well, he's just 2 yards away.
Well, he's blocking me though. I would hit him, wouldn't I?
But it depends on what are you casting. Is it like a touch spell, or if it's a touch spell?
No.
Then...
No, either mental torment or acid, whichever I can avoid hitting.
Mental
yeah.
torment wouldn't endanger
No, mental
Orlando at
torment
all.
targets his mind. So if you're doing the acid, the range version, it would be -1 to the roll because Diego provides cover.
Okay, then I'll just do mental torment then.
It's a good spell. You don't really last around. So it's a death or shadow magic spell.
Also air.
Oh, no. Oh, I thought you rolled a 3.
Oh no. That was
the brawling. Yeah.
Yeah. This is better. And I won't do evil eye this time. I'll just do regular.
Wait.
roll.
Yeah. You only have one action left anyway.
Yeah. Let's see. Not good.
The spell does not manifest correctly, and you
It does
lose
cost the stamina
3
point.
stamina points, right? Or is it 2? I think it's 3.
Mental 2.
Oh, cool. Only 3. Like 2. Okay. So you're down to how much stamina? 12. It's not too bad. Okay, and Torik's turn.
What are the effects of grappling? And grappling only requires one hand, correct?
Well, it depends. So, it depends on your intent. So grappling is punches, kicks, or you can like. Oh, you mean actual grab, holding
Like
the person?
grab. I
or
want to
grappling them?
grab someone. I want to grab this man.
Yeah, so it literally puts their mobility down -2. Like they're completely grappled.
Can
So similar to the
they?
restrained condition in like D&D.
Does this require both hands on my part?
And then as a second action, you can manipulate them or you can do other stuff. Probably it depends on what you like. If you roll high enough, you can get somebody like with one arm.
Okay. Is he wearing? Is he just? What is he on? What does he have on
This
him?
guy?
Yeah, he's no. This dude who's the champion, right?
I mean, he
as
could
he's
be either one of these guys or look kind of badass, but this guy is better equipped. This guy right
Okay.
here is a little wilder looking, half naked, all painted. It looks like he's kind of going berserk.
This man, I get my Wolfpack tactics bonus from Orlando being there, right?
True. Yep.
Lovely. Okay, I know what I'm going to do today. Can I pull out both my axes as an action? Battle axes? Well, like without taking an action?
So you have the great axe in your hand right now, right?
I
Frostbite
do
axe?
well, I'm also on the ground. Crap. I've got to get up too.
You can still
Okay.
swing from your butt, but
Yeah. I'm going to get up first. I believe that'll incur a couple opportunity attacks.
yeah, from Berserker Man. So he tries to strike you. He's got a spear, or no, actually, it's 2 hand axes. And manages to hit through your defense barely. 1 point of damage, doesn't get through your armor. And then the other dude with the long sword does not. You parry it, so you get up fine. So one action.
All right. Can I instead actually grab my medium shield and battle axe?
You dropping your great axe?
So that is
Yes,
2,
dropping great
0.
axe.
Yeah, that's yeah. So that would take a full action to do all of that.
Okay. Never mind then. I'm just going to swing at this man with my
Wait,
great axe.
do you have dual blades?
Yes.
Okay,
I
no,
have ambidextrous.
you could do that.
Oh, okay. Well, if I can do that, then getting up costed my first action, right?
Dropping is 0, drawing. So dropping is 0. Yeah, drop. So drawing the 2 would be a second action.
You wouldn't be able to attack.
Yeah.
That's just
Okay.
bad luck.
So I think I basically just resaid what I originally said.
Okay. Then yeah, back to original plan. I'm gonna smack him really hard. I
With your
am
great
raging.
axe?
Yes,
Your great axe? Gotcha.
with my great axe.
Okay. All right.
I'm hoping to cut through him
Still
right now.
raging. All right.
I have the +1 from that song, I
Mhm.
believe. Yes.
Yep.
Okay. And then I have +2 from Wolfpack Tactics.
Yep. In
All
addition to your skill, so this is probably going to hurt unless you roll really poorly.
I think this is a +11 for my great axe, which is normally a +8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds right.
28.
Nice.
You barely
That is armor
odds.
piercing 4.
Yeah, deep right. So deep into his ribs. So 13 armor piercing or 17 points of damage.
Nice.
He's just like, oh, he tries to scream back at you, but you see the life fading out of his eyes and he crumbles to the ground.
You
Okay.
have cleaving blow?
You took his
I do not. I need to get it though.
15 health. down
I'm
to
noticing.
-2.
15 to -2. Oh my god.
He is technically not dead yet, but he's definitely bleeding out very quickly.
Oh lord. All right. Well, that's one more problem taken care of.
I think that's
Right.
it for you.
Yeah, Domingo. Nice. Domingo's like, doesn't say anything.
He has 2 on him, right?
Yeah. Malik might have to join the melee here in a second. So Domingo tries his best. He drops his crossbow and he, what's his other? Oh, he's a Esmandian short sword. Seems to be decent. Well, he's pretty agile. He dances around fighting pretty well, but he's more flash than substance. Doesn't get any really good hit on either of them. And oh wait, he can use a dagger. He draws his dagger out of his boot in kind of a quick maneuver, like trying to catch him off guard, but still fails to connect. And then Diego, are we running away or are we staying? Marichka, what are you doing?
Running away.
Shit. Torek!
I'll take care of them.
All right. Kadir, what do you think?
Captain said to run.
Diego jumps
I'm not
back on his...
captain anymore. I'm not a captain of anything. I lost the we don't have a ship anymore.
But you're
So
still the captain.
Marichka Diego whirls his horse around. He's a pretty good horseman, you can tell. And he reaches down to for you to take his hand if you choose to.
Whoa, I'm still on my horse.
Oh, you still? Oh, okay. I didn't put a horse.
Yeah,
in
I
the scene.
never got off my
Oh,
horse.
sorry. Yeah. Well, you said you walked forward, but I guess you rode forward.
Yeah,
There you go.
sorry.
No, it's all right. You would totally still be on it. So he's like, "Oh, never mind. You don't own the horse. What the shit?" And he rides off, rides Kadir down just in a panic. No. And he's not fleeing entirely, but he is riding off, giving everybody a cue, and he turns around on his horse. He is waiting for people, but it does look like he's hauling ass. As it becomes Malik's turn, Malik is like, "Okay, guys are running." And he stops. Hazmat, hold him off.
Very well, master. I hate you.
Yes. So Malik starts to ride off too, but still performing much to his credit. And this time gets the greater version of Battle Muse off. So everybody's +1 melee attack, +1 defense, +1 resolve, and +1 endurance this round.
Ooh. Hey, that'll
For-
really help Torek out with that
yeah,
endurance.
for rolls, yeah, not
Yeah, it
for,
doesn't affect your hit points though.
yeah.
Oh no, I know. Just in case. I mean, Torek's endurance roll is so low.
And then Kadir's turn.
All right.
Kadir.
Mingo, we don't get out of here. And I'm going to cast the DL10 version of Fiery Blast at the nearest one on to me on Domingo. So I'm stretch out my hand again. Hopefully, I'll roll better.
-1 because Domingo being
Well, it worked with an 11.
there. Spell does work, sort of weakly, but oh, that's the middle one, right? +0 or better. Oh yeah, this guy may be +1 actually on his.
The one that's right next to Domingo, like this guy here, right? He's like.
Yeah, nope, he's average physique +0. You guessed.
This is Fiery Blast, not Conjure Wind.
Oh, Fiery Blast. Sorry. All right. So
Acrobatics to evade.
Yep.
Just DL11, kind of crappy, but he could roll a 1 or whatever.
Yeah, he's pretty quick. Oh, okay. He takes 3 points of fire damage.
Okay. And then I wheel my horse around and
All right.
move it, back. I'm not.
Where'd you go? Down here somewhere?
Yeah, just away basically.
Oh, you're down there. Okay.
Yeah. I'm basically.
Basically next to near
Yeah.
Diego.
Yeah, I'm basically readying to leave. I did tell Domingo to run, and I tried to save him, but I am not a warrior.
Leave me to the dogs.
All right. So should we stop here? This is I'm mostly asking Matt, or do you want to
Probably should.
try to finish?
Yeah, I mean, it'll be a while to finish because you still have. There's
Mhm.
like,
I
still
mean,
8.
unless you clear get away, but it looks like Torek may not.
Torek's not going to run away.
Nah. I am too excited to try out 8 protection rating against a horde of enemies. I'm too excited. This is a perfect opportunity.
I kind
I
of
would-
I kind of want to see it too,
I would like to let you know, Mike, that my parry while I am raging is not 19, but 21. I forgot about that.
but okay. All right.
So.
Nice. So that one that got through your guard and hit armor would not have gotten through guard. in that
Correct.
case.
Yes.
Yes, I do, but I do think we should probably stop here for the evening.
Okay.
Okay.
This is actually not a bad place because when we pick up, we'll start in a cool
Top of the round.
little thing. So,
Oh, yeah.
all right. Well, thanks everybody for playing. Thanks everyone for watching. Everybody gets my players get what do we start? 7
We started about 7-ish.
7-ish. So 4 experience points, and then we're doing a secret vote for best role player for the evening, and they get 5. So, all right, 1 vote is in. Next session, we'll see if our intrepid heroes survive. All right.
Run
pretty
away!
2-1. So the winner is Kadir
Oh, thank you.
/ Matt. Nice. So you get
Thank you.
5, Marichka and Torek get 4, and Malik will get 2 because he gets half.
I'm slowly catching up to their experience.
6 more experience, Mike. 6 more.
6?
And I can, 6 more experience, and I will be advancement 3. I will have physique +5, and I will be able to wield Frost Scather at, I think that'll be like +11, because it'll be another +2, so it'll get me up to 10. Yeah, I think that'll be +11.
So in other words, you're increasing physique and then another skill level in melee weaponry.
I
so
will
that's
be able
good.
to increase melee weaponry, won't I, this time?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Because
well,
I increased it on first advancement.
that's why I figured you were getting the +2 from.
In case that'll actually be 12. I was getting because the +2 will be from
Raging.
being 1 less physique, because I'll have 6 physique when I'm raging, and it requires 7.
Oh, I see. When you're raging, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm losing 2 of that penalty from not
Yeah.
having the required strength. I'll be gaining 1 from physique increasing melee weaponry, and then I'll gain another 1 from increasing the skill level in melee weaponry. So that'll be +12.
Jesus.
Right. Well, with that being said, I am
Yep.
going to go to bed because I have to get up at 5:30 tomorrow.
Oh
So,
wow! All right, thanks Matt for hanging with.
No worries. It was fun.
See y'all, and I
Thank
think
you.
Ian's
Good
running this
night,
game
all.
tomorrow.
What's that?
Ian's running tomorrow. Really quick?
Yes, I plan on it.
Cool.
Excellent.
Bye everyone.
Adios.
Good
Bye.
night.
Thanks for playing. It was fun. Awkward sign off time. Never remember where it's at.
You don't want to
There
do
it
the
is.
audio? You don't want to do the audience bye-bye?
I kind of already did. Thanks everybody for watching. I'll do it again.
All right,
All right.
peace.
Pick up Savage Kingdoms. Bye.